What up? What up? Top of the top. TGIF, what's up, y'all? Good morning. We up in here. I saw Zengard was up in here real early. That's right. J.E. Flatbush in the building. What's going on? Good morning, Miss Jackie. That's right. Rise and shine, family. What's good, Jug Rich? I see you shining out there, bro. You dig? Sharon or Sharon. Sorry about that. What's going on, Sharon? Good morning. Layla, what's up? Who else here? Like I said, I saw you early, Zengard. Here, Friday fish fry, man. Yeah, we gonna fry them up. Hey, Sell Auto, what's good? What up, man? Monique Canada, what's up? Anyway, y'all, the week is coming to an end. About to have a weekend. The last couple of days of the summer, you know what I'm saying? And getting ready for the fall. Y'all know some people, school started back up. For some people, school start back up in a couple more weeks, depending on where you at in America. But other than that, we're going to talk about some things today like we always do around this time. And I told y'all, if I don't got nothing to talk about, I'm not coming on. So a lot of times I got to put things together, but when certain things catch my attention, I got to speak on it. So it give me content. Other than that, I'm not going to waste nobody's time today because we got a good weekend coming up. Good morning, Miss Danielle Walker. What's going on, Talib? What's going on, family, man? Y'all look like y'all vibing good today, man. That's right. Let's make it happen. American Links, what up, bro? What's good? Look, man, we're gonna have a real conversation today, man. And like I said, man, some people gonna get mad, some people gonna get in their feelings, but it's just gonna show that your brain is not all the way developed. You're still dealing with emotions, and you don't see the big picture. I'm not being disrespectful, but there's certain things we got to talk about when we talk about how we want peace and we want things to change. So I'm going to talk about a topic that a lot of people don't like to talk about. People get mad. Like I said, I ain't here for that. I'm gonna speak my opinion. What up, Nate the Great? Good morning, Jeanette. I'm gonna talk about what people don't want to talk about, and I don't care. Like I said, I don't care if people get mad. Sometimes when people get mad, they mean you're doing your job. And today I'm gonna be talking about Kevin Gates, and he was talking about Black Lives Matter, how he don't believe in Black Lives Matter, and he was talking about black on black hate. And a lot of this stuff we already know. A lot of people have their own opinion, but today I'm going to talk about it, and I want to see what y'all think about it. I'm also going to be talking about how Donald Trump has hired. They call him the billionaire lawyer, the $1 billion lawyer. He is the same lawyer that was just on Cardi B case. He was working for Gucci Man, Lil Baby, King Von, Boosie Badass, Migos. He's a celebrity lawyer. Thanks for the donation, family. I appreciate that, Talib. Thanks for supporting the platform. I appreciate that. Thanks a lot, my brother. And I'm also going to be talking about a few other things, but another thing we got to talk about is how a particular 14-year-old trans was beat up by 3 other teenagers. And in my opinion, this is what's happening from the promotion of Dwayne Wade and his son, daughter, whatever you want to say. And this happened in Florida. I'm going to be talking about that. And I'm going to be talking about some other things. And at the end of the show, or I'm going to be talking about something real. And what I'm going to be talking about is your brain and the parts of your brain that they target, finesse, manipulate. And I'm going to show you how they put people under mind control. Or should I say people put themselves under mind control. And I'm going to show you how this so-called war, people think they fighting. I'm going to show you how they already won the war because they know your brain better than you know your own self. Better than you know your own brain, they know your brain. They know how to do a lot of things to your brain. And we're going to get into that on how these programs are drilled in your brain. And I'm going to show you exactly how you get brainwashed. So for those that want to learn, I'm going to get into that too. Other than that, I had to let the building fill up a little bit. You know, we in the crib. It's Friday. Right now, we ain't got shit to do but talk about these topics. So thank y'all for pulling up. Salute to everybody on the replay. I will be checking the chat. I'm feeling good today. Let's go. Kevin Gates speaks on black hate. Is he right? Now, like I told y'all 1,000 times on this channel right here, me personally, I don't care about race. I judge people according to how they present themselves. I judge hate as hate. And I don't put hate on no color. But Kevin Gates says some real things, and some things I agree with him. But this what we got to talk about too. Now, we know a lot of celebrities. We know they go left. We know they do weird stuff. We know they say stupid stuff. We know all of that. But you got to understand, some of them will be playing roles. Kind of like the same way I get on here sometime and I just talk crazy, stupid, all type of ignorant nigga this. I just talk. That's some of that shit is just a role. Because some of us understand the world we living in. That people like that ignorant stuff. They love it. They don't just like it, they love it. People love controversy. People, you got people that know the art of, I could say one thing stupid and people will trend off that shit for weeks, days. So Kevin Gates also has learned the game. The reason why I say that, because I'm going to show you when Kevin Gates first came out, and I listened to a couple of his interviews. I ain't just talking about his music. He used to say a lot of right things. He said a lot of positive, strong things. And then something happened to Kevin Gates. And after that, he changed. I'm going to get into that. Good morning, Rondell. See, the queen is pulled up. I'm going to be talking about this because I know a lot of people think Kevin Gates is a weirdo. And the first thing I want you to do is look at his hair. Look at what's in his hair. Because I told you they talk in signs and symbols. See, sometimes we expect for them to tell us a lot of things, but a lot of time they just show you, and they just show you through actions, and they do certain things for you to catch on. And my point is, as much as Kevin Gates might act stupid, in between the stupidity, he's giving you a message, and the smart people catch it. So, what up, Brian Shane? That's right, top of the top. We here, fam. We about to get into it, man. Look, this one for the thinkers and the smart people. All right? If you dumb, you might not want to tap into this episode. I'm going to be real. But I'm going to go into some things with Kevin Gates. And we're going to get into this topic. A lot of us already feel a certain way about Black Lives Matter, but he's speaking out against them. And we're going to get into this thing called black on black hate, because I'm going to be 1,000 with y'all until we get past this thing called black and black hate. You might as well just hang it up, all right? It's over, okay? Just, you ain't winning no fight. You ain't doing nothing until you can get over this black on black hate thing, all right? Because as long as it's black on black hate, that means your so-called enemy is already winning. And we're going to get into it right now. So let's continue on. Salute to the family. Now, all I want you to do is see what's in his hair, and a lot of y'all already know what that means. You see, ain't no other rapper doing it. You know right now he can have a Gucci hat on his head. He can have a fitted cap. He can have anything in his hair, on his head. He can have his hair any kind of way. But specifically, you see what's in his hair. These are signs. This is him talking without words. I'm going to show people how to think, but the people that know how to think already get it. It's called subliminal messages. Do you see him going out his way to tell you something? Just want you to catch this part first. He specifically, even with the hat on, he making sure he got that feather in his hair. Now, check it out. Kevin Gates recently did an interview, and he explained why he doesn't support Black Lives Matter. And he also went into what we call black hate. And I'm going to read some of the things he said. Now, I meant to put it on the screen, but I'm going to talk about some of the things he said, and I want to know if y'all agree or not. You know what I'm saying? And we'll take it from there, because I know y'all going to leave y'all opinions in the comment section, as well as the chat going on. But before I get into what he said, right, I want to just show y'all a transition that happened. I'm going to show y'all somehow. Kevin Gates started out one way, but he was doing a little too much talking, and they had to try to break Kevin Gates. And I'm going to show y'all his transition and what happened. Now, look. And I was talking about some of these things yesterday. Check it out, right? Boom. When Kevin Gates, it was a point where he was going through, he always spoke about him being a Muslim and dealing with Islam, basically being a man of faith and family. He always was with his wife, always. Even though he in a rap game, but he always tried to show some type of consciousness that he was aware. And I used to listen to his first interviews in the beginning. He used to talk he used to rub a lot of people the wrong way. But he always promoted family and his kids. And we spoke about that yesterday. Remember what I spoke about, how they don't want these images out here. That's why Kevin Gates realized now he got to act stupid. He got to say stupid stuff, things like that. Because every time he try to keep it real, he under attack by the powers that be. But I want to show you a man that you might try to start out doing the right thing and represent your people the right way, but somehow a lot of that stuff gets thrown off course. And it's different reasons. But I'm going to show y'all it was something that happened to Kevin Gates that changed. You see him here with his wife. He always had, every interview he did, he had his wife with him. He always spoke about his wife and his kids, always. And always had his wife with him too, at his shows. Showing that you could be a family man and still be a rapper. So I'm just going into his background because a lot of people might not know his background, because a lot of time it might seem like Kevin Gates be saying some stupid stuff now when you see him. Like recently he was trending for talking about drinking Beyonce piss. He was trending for talking about he smashed his cousin. Stupid stuff. But you got to understand this internet game that sometimes they'll just say anything just to get people worked up. But they know that's the promotion they got to do. That's the role they got to play. It's called role playing. It's called dumbing down. So I'm showing you his beginning, how he started out. But it was something that happened. And you see, Kevin Gates got thrown in jail. And in my opinion, ever since he got thrown in jail, he has not been the same. Or should I say he switched some things up. As you see right here, this is March 24th, 2017. Kevin Gates thrown back in jail on release day over felony warrant. They kept locking him up. See, when he was moving like this and talking what he was talking at this time, he started getting locked up. And during that time he was locked up, that's when they do the breaking. Also, for people who don't know about Lil Boosie, a lot of my people in the South, y'all know about Boosie. Y'all know about the whole history. Boosie was one of the realest in the South at one point. Mind you, both of them representing Baton Rouge, Boosie and Kevin Gates. But my point is this. When Boosie got out of jail, Boosie wasn't the same no more. When you see Boosie clowning and saying, acting stupid, sometimes Boosie never used to be like that. But Boosie realized sometimes he got to play ignorant. I'm just being real. So Kevin Gates, when he went to jail, he was like this. But when he came out, y'all know he had to do this. Even though when you look around his neck, you'll see he still has his faith around his neck, his Islamic faith. he still has a law around his neck. So he was still trying to be righteous, but a lot of us, we know about that whole blonde hair thing. When they got to go through their little humiliation, either they got to cut it or blonde it. The men got to blonde it or pink it, and the woman got to cut it, do something. So remember, this is how he was before jail. When he came out of jail, he was like this. But the other day, like I said, he said something real in the interview. Because now he walking around like this. Signs and symbols. Now I loaded up. He said they got mad when I said I don't support Black Lives Matter. Because who they matter to? We kill each other all day. We talk about each other all day. You know who talk about me the most on the internet? Niggas. Niggas. You know what's worse than a nigga? Two of them. He added, make you don't want to be a nigga. It be niggas, my own people that look like me, talk about me like a dog, kick me when I'm down. I don't look at color and see race no more. I see real and fake. That's it. I agree with him on that part. That's all I see is real or fake. I don't care about that color. So let's look at what he said. Is he lying? Is he going too far? Who is he to be saying this? I know people gonna say that. He a goofy, I know that. But see, another thing people got to understand is that, yes, celebrities, they do a lot of clown behavior, but the truth is you're not supposed to hate them. And once you start hating them, you still get tricked into hating your own people sometimes. And therefore, you've been trained to hate them. So even when they do speak a little bit of truth, you ain't going to acknowledge it. When they do some good or great, you ain't going to acknowledge it because you've been tricked to hate them. So that's why I tell people, it's people that I don't see eye to eye with. I might not agree with them, but I don't hate them. Because if I hate, then I'm falling a victim to the game of self-destruction. You dig? So when Kevin Gates speak on, we kill each other. Is that true? We talk about each other. Is that true? Kick people when they down. Do blacks love to kick blacks when they down? Let's keep it real. And I'm not saying everybody don't do this. It's not about that. It's about what Kevin Gates said in Black Lives Matter. Is he telling the truth? I'm going to say melanated people in general, period. Even though this ain't about race, we got to talk about it. Because you know why I'm telling you this? My opinion. Until we get over this dirty backyard, man, we ain't going to have no house. Our house is not in good standards. You dig? So like I said, this is what he said. We kill each other. I'm talking about we lay up under each other's cars, lay behind others' houses, then whip by, boom, 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 kill everybody in the car. We kill each other. But as soon as a white boy kills one of us, everybody want to go to hooping and hollering and all that old stupid ass shit. That's bullshit, he said. So let's ask the question, why we don't have the same energy when it's black on black crime? Because remember, you got to be fair. You got to take everything in moderation, right? You got to call a spade, right? Why we get super hyped when somebody white do something and then with somebody black, we just get quiet or say just another nigga dead. Oh, no, they were just beefing. They ain't shit. Because you know why? Program. Ever since you went to school, you was taught to hate yourself. When they told you that you a slave, your ancestors slaves, you fucking poor, you ain't shit, never gonna be shit. And you believe it to this day. That's why when you see your family member, you don't look at them like your family member. And you're quick to blow somebody's brains out that look just like you. You'll be quick to kick somebody when they're down, slandering them. But then that ain't the point. It ain't just the point of the stuff we do. The thing is, I know people, They'll talk all that about black people. When they see a white person, they put their head down. They don't have the same energy. When these same people that kill their own kind, when they're around a white person, they shut up. They be scared. They be intimidated. Like, you know them people, you know them so-called black people that kill their own, and when they get in that room and that big white man coming in, they get to snitching and telling, they be scared to death. Yeah, I'm talking about them kind. Why they don't have to say energy for the white man? Get the fuck out my face. No, Why they don't spaz out when they come in that room to question them for that murder when they killed that black boy? See, they get scared because it's a program. And it ain't about that. It's about, is this man telling the truth? Because as long as niggas hate each other, that's why I keep telling you, ain't no damn community. And it's deeper than that, because he's sending a message that what? People need to rise up and get off that race shit and understand who you really are. And maybe who you really are is what's represented in his head. Because it's a whole lot of American history, and American history is not just racist history. It's not just black against white. That's part of America's history. That's a portion. But it's a lot of different great things that happen in America. And just, I'm going to be real, a lot of those great things in America ain't got nothing to do with white people. Or Europeans, whatever you want to call them. So, was he speaking facts when he said that blacks hate each other? And that they don't have the same energy when a black person kills somebody else in their neighborhood or that look like them? Why it's not the same energy like when somebody white do it? Why would somebody white kill somebody? Everybody want to get hype. And the point is, why Black Lives Matter don't just campaign in the neighborhoods just to make sure things are straight, to promote peace and unity. Why it always got to be on the death? Like we already know with Ben Crump and the rest of them, Al Sharpton. You got to ask these questions. Why is it like this? Because in my opinion, the people who are racist, the Ku Klux Klan, already set a program up years ago. Not just the Klan, a lot of others. They put a program into play a long time ago called self-hatred. And they already knew through self-hatred, once they program it into your DNA, they can stand out the way and the job works. Basically, they put an app on your brain called hate. They put a app on your brain called self-hatred. See, your brain, like people that are dumb, that's why I said there's a lot of people walking around like androids, clones, because they only function off the applications that's implanted in their brain like a phone. See, some people got a self-hatred app on their brain. Some people got a ignorant app on their brain. It's downloaded to their brain. Get it? So being that the powers that be created these apps, a lot of people have downloaded to their brain since they was kids. And that's why you get older and you still don't understand certain things that you were programmed. You got apps all over your brain. And I'm going to get into the brain in a few. And I'm going to show you how they've been targeting your brain, and they know your brain better than you. So that's why they got you programmed like a cell phone. They got you programmed like a remote control because they control your brain. And your brain is set with a program called self-hatred. And we ain't got time to get into all the different ways how people hate themselves and do certain things and certain behaviors. But you don't know that was programmed by the people that do hate you. They created the program. See, it's trickery. When you see a white person kill a black person, yeah, that's outright. But you don't see when a black person kill another black person, that's hidden hate. That is the hate that you don't know, but that you don't understand. That when you see your own people or human life in general, you don't know how to give nobody a pass. It's popping wax dog. You see, we don't know how to give nobody a pass because what? We don't respect life. We don't respect human beings. We don't respect nature. And I'm going to say it right now, in my opinion, for those who know about animals, who study animals and know if you got pets, animals are smarter than human beings. You take it or leave it. That's why they was here before humans. But that ain't the point. The point is, you can look at any animal and you don't got to tell an animal how to act. Every animal is going to act according to its nature. Even insects, all of that. I just spoke about this before. I told you, if you, all you got to do, if you see any animal and there's babies around, I dare you to walk up on them. I don't care if you got a gun. I don't care what you think you got. Walk up on an animal when they got their kids around. Watch what happens. You don't got to tell that mother or dad to get the pop off or get at. No, you ain't got to tell them nothing. They already know to protect their children naturally. They already know how to feed them, take care of them. I'm just giving examples. Animals know how to make their own habitat, their own home. A lot of things. See, a lot of shit we can't do. We need somebody to clothe us. We need somebody to shelter us. We need somebody to teach us how to clean our ass when we babies. Animals don't got to do all that. Animals are trained within their nature to do what they do. So that's why I say now it's like humans are dumber than animals. Some humans. What humans I'm talking about? The humans that don't know how to use their brain. The humans, their whole brain is just run on programming applications. But you never seen nobody had to tell a spider how to make a web and catch his food. Nobody tells a beaver how to build a dam. It's already in its DNA. So everything about us that was in our DNA really was peace, unity, love, living off the land, knowing how to do certain things. But when you got transformed into a nigga, you lost all of that. And when you got turned into a nigga, that was the program that was sponsored by you know who. And you was taught this from fresh out. You was taught about racism. When you was a kid, you ain't know about racism. But when you went to school, they taught you about racism. When you grew up, you might have been less fortunate. You ain't know about what poor was till somebody told you was poor. And they started putting images in your head about how your ancestors were poor and had you seeing them with rags. They didn't show you none of your ancestors that was draped in gold and living in mansions and living a good life. No, they showed you, they taught you this. And the people that taught you this are the real racists, not the average people you see in the street just because they got white skin. The number one people that are racist are hidden. And they work, it's the spirit of the racist hater that works through people. And the racist spirit, it works through your own people. So this thing called black hate, why people don't like to address it? Why? Oh man, we ain't talking about that right now. We talking about how that white man just killed that black boy. It's the same thing. A death is a death is a death. A kill is a kill. So my point is, I'm just showing you how everything is backwards. I'm showing you how we're already losing. So my point is this: for those that just pulled up, salute. Right now, today, Kevin Gates is showing you something bigger than black on black hate and hating the white man, whatever. He's showing you something. He's talking in signs and symbols. That's what I want people to understand. What is he saying? He don't gotta have that in his head. Is he telling you that this is who you really are? Yeah, we need to wake up, but that ain't the point. He used to be straight, you know what I'm saying, conducting himself accordingly. In all his older interviews, like I say, he was speaking with sense. He was talking against the system. He was talking a lot of stuff, always promoting his family, his wife and kids. He was striving to be right. But in this country, you know, the powers that be, they don't want certain things out there, or certain people with certain voices to be talking about certain things. And when Kevin Gates was moving like that, he kept going to jail. And like I said, when he came out, that's when he had to switch it up. So this also shows us how even when it's somebody that's trying to help you or put you on the game or whatever, they're not going to let them. And they also, this is sometime when they realize I signed my soul over. Because some people do think, I told you, they think that they're going to finesse the game. But sometimes when you try to finesse the game, you get caught in the middle and they'll break your ass. If they don't Remember, y'all know that this be the first warning. The first warning is going to jail. That's always the first warning. Look at every rapper that went to jail, and you'll see after they went to jail, either they what? Changed their ways, or what happened? They died. It's a process to that shit. When Prodigy kept trying to talk about that Illuminati stuff, what happened to Prodigy? But before that, Prodigy always spoke about, you know, certain information. Put his ass in jail with sickle cell. Came out, kept talking. We don't see Prodigy no more from Mobb Deep. But we neither here nor there. We're going to get back to this right here. But the thing is, was he right when he said what he said? That's all I want to know. Hold up. I'm going to get to that too, because I'm going to get into the parts of the brain. I'm going to show you how they've been targeting your brain since forever. But check it out. I want to know right here, is he right? Everybody got their own opinion. They get mad when I say don't support Black Lives Matter. Because who they matter to? We kill each other all day. We talk about each other all day. You know who I'm talking. Basically said, you know who talk about me the most on the internet. Niggas. You know who's the worst? A nigga. Or should I say, he said what's worse than a nigga is two of them. Because when you got two niggas coming together, that's a whole bunch of trouble. My own people that look like me talk about me like a dog, kick me when I'm down. I don't look at color and see race no more. I see real and fake. And like I said, I agree with them. You got to judge people accordingly because, okay, if it's all about race, that means, what is that called when we see two black men knock an old lady upside the head and steal her money at the ATM machine? What the fuck is that? Oh, okay. That ain't to be talked about like that. Fuck all that. That's how I look at it. I look at people according to who they are. And in my reality, I've been a lot of places. I never been called no nigga. I've never had nobody disrespect me on a racial level. I actually had people of different races surprise me. That's just me. But you got to understand, when you live in a box and you got a limited thinking, or you never really been nowhere, you never really met nobody, you got poor communication skills, social skills, then you're going to believe everything you hear because you don't really got the experience of your own. Like, it's common sense. People know that. People that been in the hospital, you know that. You might have damn near died or been through some shit, and it might be a white doctor save your life. So I'm just giving an example. You can't say, oh, white people racist. That's stupidity. You might have broke down on a highway and had your children in the car, and your own people ride right past you, won't help you, and you might have somebody so-called white just pull up and help you. Because it ain't about race. It's about individuals. You got white people that are a piece of shit. You got black people a piece of shit. All black people ain't one thing. All white people ain't one thing. All nationalities ain't one thing. But when you start thinking everything is the same, and you're stupid. Because that also means that your whole spectrum on the world is very, very small and tiny. That's all that means. And the powers that be know this. That's why they finesse you and get you all worked up. Because it's a part of your brain and they know how to tap into to get you worked up. It's the same part of your brain that like music and drugs and a whole lot of other things. And I told you I'm going to get into it. Salute, sibling party. I see everybody up in here. That's right, the Mally stereotype. So that's what we doing today. See, these are really spells. See, all these are spells. We breaking spells. That's what we doing. We breaking spells. Everything that you was taught that didn't get you nowhere. Because remember, you're only supposed to keep what's good that worked for you. Let me make that clear. What's not good for you, what don't work for you, you're supposed to throw that out. So if we indulge in a lot of this mentality for all these years and it got us nowhere, that means what? It's time to change our thinking. And that also was a form to make you be fucked up out here. Like, I can admit it. Like, see, when I was raised and I was learning and getting knowledge, I was taught that the white man is a devil. But I understand when it says the white man is the devil, it's not talking about all people with light skin. It's not talking about all white people. It's talking about a certain mentality. Like the people that plot and plan against us and do certain things to us and got these programs set up, those are the real devils. But the thing is, all of them ain't white. But my point is what I'm saying. When I was with that ideology of the white man is the devil, I ain't working for no white man, all that shit. I was straight anti. That shit ain't get me nowhere. That shit had me going years without being a regular citizen, you know. It have you missing out on a lot of opportunities in life because you got a one-track mind and you don't really understand. But when you learn how to look people in their face, in their eyes, like, see, for me, I don't care what the man complexion is. I can look him in his eye. I can look a white man dead in his eye and tell him what I got to say, whatever. And I know if that white man racist, if he not, I know where he stands. I know what type of person. I'm just telling you, it's all about communication. But when you're scared, because you've been taught one thing, that the white man is the boogeyman, you scared of him. And you don't even know how to address him. And you can't even judge him properly to know which one racist, which one not, because you're scared of him anyway. And a lot of black people are scared of white people. They're scared. What I mean by scared, they feel less than human. They feel ashamed of themselves. They feel like they can't go to places they go and do the things they do. And they don't know how to look them in the eye and speak how they really feel. See, only some people could do that. And I'm not talking about negative. I'm talking about just in general. Because you've been taught self-hatred and you hate yourself. So that's why a lot of things people do, they do to take away from the self-hatred. Some people even try to be white to try to take away from self-hatred. So people deal with the self-hatred in many different ways. But the number one thing is, we know that what? Black Lives Matter ain't about nothing. And we know that the most hate on the planet right now, sad to say, is done by so-called black people. And the reason why I say that is because until we get over this, we ain't gonna get nowhere. And we got to talk about certain things, because talking, like we was talking about yesterday, talking, conversating, hurting feelings is how you actually start to heal the wounds and get to the understanding that what? We can agree to disagree. And once we agree to disagree, gotta stop the killing. So like I said, I'm gonna break it down in the lamest terms. That's like, if I like Twix and I don't like Snickers. When I go to the store, every time I see a Snicker bar, I get mad. Or I'll show you with the Pepsi and the Coca-Cola. Just because I like Pepsi, I don't gotta hate Coke. You dig? So when I go in the store and I see a Coca-Cola bottle, I start punching the bottles. Or I see somebody drinking a Coca-Cola, I want to fight them. That's ignorant. Because what? Everybody got their preference. And if you try to offer it to me and I tell you I don't like it, I'm good, then you should leave it at that. But see, I'm showing you, just because you don't agree with something, you don't like it, you don't got to hate. Because hate clouds your judgment. So you ain't got to like somebody, but you ain't got to hate them neither. Because guess what? You never know where your opportunity is going to come from. And that's why a lot of people, they bury themselves. They put themselves in a box. All they got to do is package it and seal it, and they ain't never going to go nowhere, because they put limitations on themselves. That you judge people on, like Kevin Gates said, you judge them if they real or they fake. And most of the people that get caught up in black on black hate, they the main ones be fake. They not real. Most of the people that deal with all that bullshit, they be the main motherfuckers ain't even real anyway. That's the whole point. So like I said, you got to understand this is a game. I'm going to get into it. Don't get it fucked up. I'm going to get into this brain. I'm going to show you How your brain has been manipulated and the powers that be been controlling your brain the whole time. I ain't talking about the smart people, though. I'm talking about the people that get influenced and get worked up over anything they see on TV. Episode 242. I see y'all. I'm with y'all the whole time. Now let's move on because I got a few things to cover today. Few things. I'm gonna be back to Mr. Kevin Gates. But like I said, in my opinion, he's trying to tell you something. He's trying to show you something. He's trying to show you what's really going on. You see that? A lot of people waking up. A lot of people with money going to check their background. You seen Kyrie Irving recently went amongst his native family and has been back accepted amongst his people. A lot of people waking up. So if you still asleep, that's on you. And when Kevin Gates was trying to be righteous before, they kept locking him up. Kevin Gates thrown back in jail on release date. Got out of jail, threw him back in jail. That was 5 years ago. See how fast time fly? They tried to break his faith and break his structure of being a family man. That's why recently he had to start the fake trend of him not being with his wife no more. All that was fake news because he know how to play the game now. Before, he was too blunt. But I told y'all, no, they don't want these images. You know why, y'all? This image kills the black man ain't shit. This image kills the black man. He don't take care of his family. The black man is on child support. The black man, all he does is beat his woman and cheat. See, when you see this kills a stereotype. Because can't you not see it's an unwritten rule to promote this? So all the young boys will start saying, damn, I want to get married. I want to be a rapper and I want to get married. Take care of my family. See, that shit ain't cool, is it? It's not cool. Now you see why they don't promote it. Just like we know the whole time DMX was married. He was going, but you see, it wasn't about, he wasn't allowed to promote that. He had to promote what these bitches want from a nigga. But the whole time DMX was married. Because they used to trick them and tell them that's not marketable. You know? If I want the, you know, if you want the woman to lust off you, you can't tell them you got a wife. Because it's going to kill your sales. That's what they promoted to them. But at the same time, they was tricking these brothers not to promote family life. Because remember, let me make that clear too, y'all. I go hard on certain things, but I do it for a reason. See, I talk down on certain things to wake people up, but let me make this clear. There's nothing wrong with flossing, y'all. There's nothing wrong with flossing, feeling good about yourself. There's nothing wrong with shining. I told y'all, there's nothing wrong with liking designer. You know, nice money. There's nothing wrong with every once in a while you like to take your pictures on the gram. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with flossing, y'all. There's nothing wrong with going out, having a good time. The thing is, you have to do certain things in moderation. It's a time for everything. That is my point. But my point is, as much as a rapper can act ignorant, which is part of his job to act ignorant, you got to ask the question, why they don't never want them to show the other side of their real life. Just like with the sports players, all of them, you know, a lot of them they have family structure, but they don't want you to see the family structure. Ask the question, why do they not want a particular people to portray a functioning family? Even the what? TI series got taken off the air, didn't it? Ask the question, why? Because it kills the stereotype that niggas are ignorant. All they want to do is beat on chicks, smash thoughts, and don't take care of their sons and daughters and run the street and shoot niggas and kill niggas. That's why they don't want these images. They don't never want getting married to trend. They don't never want us to create a trend called no more black on black crime. Let's stop it. Let's start that trend. They don't want, no. That'll never be trendy. Because these are the things that'll put things back in order. And we already know without order, it's chaos. Now you understand why it's always going to be chaos amongst us? Because they don't want no order. And every time a brother try to show you order, they bang on them. Don't you understand this? I'm showing y'all part of this is the warfare. Look at that. Laughing, having a good time with his wife. See that? No, he got to portray an ignorant image and tell you he drank Beyonce piss, he smashed his cousin, they broke up, he got to play the role. But this the real Kevin Gates right here. He always used to have his wife with him. Every interview, shows, all of that. Always talk about his kids. See, this is not cool in hip hop. Y'all know what they're about, rainbow behavior, things like that. Savagery. I smash a chick. Run a train on her. Homies over hoes. Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. They don't want this right here. Do you understand? These are powerful pictures. So I understand. That's why I tell you, don't always get caught up in the game of them trying to make you hate all celebrities and go against them all the time. You're not supposed to agree with them on when they do dumb shit. You're not supposed to go for them. You're not supposed to be following nobody anyway, but you're not supposed to hate your own people regardless. That also goes for the boule. You ain't supposed to hate them. You're supposed to teach them and correct them and check their ass. But you're not supposed to hate them, because if you hate them, you still fall a victim to the game, or you hating your own. So that's why I say I don't hate my people. I don't hate nobody. But I'm going to speak what's right. And my people be playing themselves. I'm going to say something. If you got a bug on your nose, I'm going to tell you. If you stink, you stink. But I don't hate you because you stink. Well, take a shower. That's it. So we got to get off that too. Because when they started all this talk about how people in the industry do this, do that, and the third, let's remember something. All that stuff used to be so-called secrets, right? So part of why they let all this information out in these last days is because they also wanted to turn you against your people. I'll give you the perfect example was Bill Cosby. I already went through the whole process of how they got everybody to turn their back on Bill Cosby. And then he got caught up on all those allegations. And I'm not going to get into that. But I did research on that when it first came out. A lot of those women were actors. Allegedly. I ain't going to get into that right now. But it wasn't the point of what Bill Cosby did. It was the fact that all his people had been turned against him. He didn't have not one person to stand up for him when the whole time he was campaigning for black people the whole time. He wanted certain stereotypes off the TV. I went in all that. But people got mad at Bill Cosby because he wanted black people to pull their pants up and stop saying nigga. See that? Because once I get your people to go against you, now it's fair game. I can slaughter all of y'all. And that's how I go. Because in the last day, maybe these are the people that are still trying to help you as much as they can. But when you constantly get tricked into hating your own, they say, you know what, man, fuck them. I tried to help them people. I tried to put my people on. I tried to drop little jewels on them. You know what they did? They shitted on me. You did? I tried to show them and tell them who we was. I tried to, put them on. But all they did was condemn me and say I was crazy. So this is why sometimes when you're in harsh times, or let's say if things came to an end this week, some of them are going to say, you know what, man, I tried to help them. They ain't listen to me. They called me crazy and stupid. Fuck them. So that's why I say don't always fall into the trick of going against your own people. And you can call them out. You can call a spade a spade. You can check that, like I said, but don't get caught up in that hate game because it's all from the powers that be. When you should really be focusing on this. Like yesterday. Y'all know I was talking about the Kobe Bryant and his wife going to court trial. Let me make this clear. Yesterday when I did that show, that was really about Gigi. And I still noticed after all of that, some people still didn't get it. People was talking to me about Kobe's wife and who she really is, her family. I'm like, that's not the point. And I appreciate your comment, but you missed the point. It wasn't about Kobe Bryant's wife. It was about them showing the flesh of a 13-year-old that's dead for jokes. People keep missing the point. So that's why I keep saying, you don't argue with everybody. Everybody don't get the big picture. I'm talking about what actually happened. People start talking to me about his wife and all that. Man, it's not about that. Y'all always getting tricked on the wrong stuff. Or maybe you just a distractor. Maybe that's your job. But I want to show you how people always miss the big picture. And that's why I told you, stay tuned for those who want to know. I'm going to get into the parts of the brain and prove to you how you get finessed and how they've been pimping your brain since forever, because they been know how the brain works. And that's why I say it's a whole nother war. So let's move right along. I got a few things to talk about before I get out of here on Friday. TGIF, what's good, family? I'm with y'all. I see y'all up in here. That's right. It's good. You know I'll be lit with my people being here. All right, check it out. Let's go now. Let's go. More business, more business. Donald Trump has hired Cardi B's billion-dollar lawyer for the Georgia election case. Now, people forgot that Trump is under fire. Him, Rudolph Giuliani, and other Republicans. They're under fire. We spoke about this. That's the lawyer. I'm going to get into him. Fani Willis, the district attorney of Georgia, told y'all she's coming for Trump, Rudolph Giuliani, and the Republicans, because they're trying to say that they was playing games with that election in Georgia. You know, with the recount and all of that. This is also the woman, as we know, she has an outright hunt on rappers. This is the woman that has indicted Young Thug, Gunner, and a whole lot of others. And this is the woman that claims she has more people to lock up. But one of the people that's on her list is Trump. Now, we know it's a lot of shenanigans. They play games. In my opinion, she being used as a pawn. You ain't locking Trump up. I'm sorry to tell you. You ain't locking up Trump and Giuliani. But I'm pretty sure they're using her as a pawn to portray this behavior. And we're going to see how far I get her. Because let me tell you something else too. A lot of times you might get away in the beginning, but they'll catch you on the back end. And something else I told you about with Bill Cosby. I'm going to show you that one day for those that forgot and don't know. Bill Cosby was talking bad on Trump before he got elected. Talking real bad on Trump. They had beef. Him and Bill Cosby had beef. They used to be cool, but they had beef once Trump said he was going to run for president. Bill Cosby ain't like that. He said some things, they had smoke. So when Trump got in office, you see what happened to Bill Cosby, right? I'll leave that at that. And my point is, sometimes they get you back on the back end. Sometimes they get you back years later. So my point is, Miss Fani Willis is being used. I already broke this down before. She's just a face. It's people behind her. You see that blue tie? It's people behind her. But she's the one to go for Trump and go for Rudolph Giuliani. For my people from New York, y'all know the clout they got. And on a scale of politics and business, I got to be 100. Fani Willis is a peon. She's still trying to get her name up. And my opinion is all of this is what I'm saying is that people are using her as a pawn, as a face to do dirty work. Go. They already want to lock rappers up. Stop that. They already don't like Republicans. And she just a pawn in the game. Either she knows or she don't. But anyway, Trump has hired Cardi B's lawyer. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's the one that helped with dealing with her in that Cardi B case. But anyway, they calling him the billion-dollar lawyer. And like I said, they're trying to say that Trump tried to overturn the 2020 presidential election. But the lawyer he got now, they say he a super lawyer. He was a lawyer for Cardi B, Gucci Man. I don't know if he's a lawyer that helped Gucci Man beat that murder case, but he's also known to be Lil Baby lawyer. He also was King Von's lawyer. King Von was fighting a murder case. He also was Boosie Badass lawyer in Amigos. So it's funny, right? How that DA is locking up rappers. And Trump got the same lawyer that defended the rappers. It's the lawyer right here. You see him with King Von? It's the lawyer right here. You see him, skinny jeans, over there in France chilling. This the lawyer they call $1 billion man. You see, they call him the magic man, greatest of all time. Drew Finley is his name. But it's some things going on in Georgia, a lot of politics, man. And Trump has, he hired this man. He hired this man to fight this woman right here. And basically fighting the state of Georgia. So that's why people said that her locking up the rappers was really her trying to get her clout up, because the real case she's supposed to be fighting is against Trump and them. So it's a lot of different things going on. But in my opinion, Miss Fannie Willis is being used as a pawn. And guess what? She signed up for the job. So once again, it's always going to be people that sign up to do the dirty work. So let me ask the question again for my people that love racism. Miss Fannie Willis indicting young Thug, trying to give him 900 years. Is that racism? Young Thug is a family man too. He got about what? How many kids? That boy got a lot of kids and a lot of siblings. But my point is this: you think she feel compassion for him because he black, or is she just locking him up for the so-called white man? Because you got to remember, let's be real. If you become a DA or prosecutor in certain cities, you automatically know what comes with the job. What comes with the job? Locking a lot of melanated people up. That's what you signed up for, right? That's what you went to school for, right? But we get them a pass. You got people get locked up for shit they didn't do every day, get time they wasn't supposed to get, and a lot of time be black prosecutors and black judges hanging them. What we say about that? People throw themselves on the mercy of the court. Black judge, they don't have no mercy. But I told you, man, race is bullshit. But it don't matter, man. Race is also a part of America. That's just how this shit run, man. You dig? But anyway, I just want to show y'all that what? This the lawyer right here. The billionaire lawyer that's going to be fighting. And he already defending all the rappers, and that's Trump lawyer. It is mighty funny, Trump, out of all the lawyers, he got a rap lawyer, but they say he's the $1 billion man. They say that man ain't nothing to play with. They say that lawyer ain't nothing to play with. So we're going to see it's all a game. It's all some BS. And I wonder if this lawyer pocketed all the King Von money when King Von died. And I wonder if this lawyer going, well, actually, he should have, maybe Young Thug and Gunna should have got him for a lawyer. I don't know. But anyway, that's that on that. I'm going to keep it pushing. Also, y'all seen what was trending in the news? I got to talk about this. Man who tried to breach the FBI office, he got killed in Ohio. Shout out to my people from Ohio. I know y'all in the chat. They say what? This particular man tried to run up in the FBI building and he got his ass smoked after a high-speed chase and a shootout. But this the thing, y'all. This is what I want to try to peep. The man that tried to bang on the FBI, they said he did it because of Trump getting his property kicked in all the way in Florida. They saying this man tried to bang on the FBI because of what the FBI did to Trump. Now, this is my point. As you know, common sense will tell you Trump did not send this man to do that. He did it on his own. But they always put it on Trump. It's the same exact scenario that happened with the Capitol. You got people that feel a certain way about that man because he did finesse the brains of the racist people. Yes, he did. But my point is this. A lot of people look at Trump in a certain light and they go hard for them on their own. But he get blamed for it. So this particular man, this stupid man, a stupid white man, allegedly tried to run up in the FBI headquarters in Ohio, whatever. And he got dealt with. But they said he did it because the FBI kicked in Trump property. They basically was trying to say this man wanted to fight the FBI because of what they did to Trump. Now, do you hear that? And once again, Trump in New York, his property in Florida, he ain't in Ohio. So how they put this on Trump? But I'm showing you how they put everything on Trump. That's just all I'm saying. And that man got smoked. He got dealt with. So that's all I'm saying. Mike Wilson, what's going on? I see all y'all. So that's all I'm telling y'all. It's a lot of games be going on. A lot of games. Now let's keep it pushing. We got to talk about this right here. See this right here? It's also part of the agenda. I know a lot of y'all heard about this. A trans teen. First of all, what is a trans teen? Anyway, trans teen victim was attacked and assaulted for the second time by some teenagers. They saying it was an anti-LGBTQ attack. Now, this particular 14-year-old is labeled as a trans girl. And the teenagers tricked this individual to come out the house and go to the park. And when they got this teen to come to the park, the 3 teens beat him brutally, punched him and kicked him, as you see in that little picture right there. And while they was beating and whipping on him, another kid was watching. And they said this is the second time this happened to him. Remember also in Florida, this happened in Florida. Remember also a couple months ago when I reported the story of that particular young teen trans that got killed, allegedly for tricking that young boy. The young boy came, pulled up, met him online, and found out it was a young trans and killed him. But I'm going also with my point of this is this. I'm gonna get to the point. You see all that behavior Dwayne Wade been promoting, his son, Zaire, whatever his name is. See that? Where Dwayne Wade played for? Miami, right? Miami Heat in Florida. Dwayne Wade has a stronghold on Florida. So now you think it's a coincidence that this 14-year-old is trying to be like Dwayne Wade's son? We've been in this country for a long time, some of us. And we know for a fact, growing up, you did not know nothing about transgender when you was in junior high school. When you was a teenager, you ain't know nothing about that stuff. You know you didn't. But why now a teen seeking this behavior? Is it because they was programmed? Is it because your black brother, Dwayne Wade, was promoting this lifestyle? Because my point is this, the stuff they promote, see now look, he could promote his son being trans because he can look out for his son. He can get his son a tutor. He can get his son in certain places that's he okay. But see, when the kids in the street try to copy that lifestyle, what happens to them? They get beat. Some of them get killed. Some of them gonna get tortured, snatched up, abused. That's what's gonna happen to the teens in the street trying to be trans at young ages. It's just a harsh reality. But you see how Dwayne Wade could promote an agenda with his son, and look how it plays out. That's why I keep telling y'all, the celebrities are the avatars to show you what's going to happen in your life, what's happening in your life, what's going on. They use them to push the agenda because you have an app in your brain. And the celebrity is the device to activate the app in your brain. Get it? What does this 14-year-old teen know about being trans? Could it happen to be because they've been teaching it in school the past couple of years? So when they've been teaching it to them, have they been actually promoting it for young, curious minds that don't know no better? Because I could have sworn when people get grown, they make their own decisions. So now children are focused on their sexual behavior before they even know how to fucking read properly. Before they get their first job, they're worried about their sex. You get what I'm saying? So this teen, he can know about trans behavior, but he ain't gonna know how to get out the hood. So he's gonna be a poor transgender man. Get it? Which means he might got a prostitute because he ain't got no education. That's why I blame Dwayne Wade for shit like this. That's why I told you I don't care about no race. It's your own people destroying you for people that love race. Why you don't get mad at Dwayne Wade when he promotes this behavior to your kids? This behavior he promote will get more kids killed than any white man killing a black person in a car, in a pullover. This behavior is going to get a lot of young black men killed. All over America, not just Florida. Because you know why? They don't have the protection like Dwayne Wade got for his son. When your son become or daughter become a transgender in these communities, they on their own. Every time they step out the house, they in danger. That's the part people don't understand. Because guess what? It is people that hate that type of lifestyle. You got some people that might be feel like they doing the works. Hey, I don't agree with that stuff because I believe you're supposed to respect human life, but I'm just showing you that this teen you see right here, he's just a victim of a program that was installed in his brain. That's why he got on lashes at 14. When I was 14, I was cutting my own hair, stuff like that. 14, he putting on lashes. And it's just showing you that he didn't even get old enough to make his own choice. That was programmed in his brain. As you see, Chad Sanford was beaten by a group of teens because of her gender. It's a female. And it's for the second time. You see this? But why we never see it with white children? Because even once again, if they raise their teen to be a transgender, they know how to take care of him properly. They got certain things in play to protect their children. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And that's a fact, Wax. And the point is, guess what? It's sad to say, it's a harsh reality that if this teen is already dealing with this behavior at 14, getting beat up, imagine how much more drama he's going to go through before he turns 18. And that ain't just the point. A lot of times they're going to be finding these kids in ditches and stuff like that. Because there's really people that hate that lifestyle. They hate it. And they do something to you. And now the kid can't fend for themselves. They were just following. And they ended up messed up. So I just wanted to show y'all, this is because, in my opinion, I'm putting this on Dwayne Wade and his son for all that promotion. Dwayne Wade's son on Instagram got thousands of followers. I wonder how many people following a little young boy. See that? Y'all, some people just don't get it. But they want to argue. You got black people that argue and fight. They'll say that, See that? Niggas pick and choose what they get mad over. And then you got some mothers, they with the shit because they've been scared half to death of they boy being too masculine because they scared he gonna get killed, go to jail. So some women, when they son a little softer, they kind of like that because they at least they feel like their son gonna be able to live and survive. See that? It's all sick programs. I'm gonna get into the program. I'm still gonna get into that brain, and I'm gonna show y'all the outright war. Let's keep it pushing. It's Friday, y'all. What up? Episode 242. I just had to pull this up real quick. And I'm going to ask y'all a question. Does that picture not look fake? Does that not look like a fake jail picture? What y'all think? Does it look like she posed for the camera? All right, ready, set, 1, 2, 3, go. See that? Did the shit look fake? Man, you a fraud, Brittany. Brian, you're a fraud. Russian officials confirmed on Thursday they are negotiating with the United States over a prison swap. A lot of us already said this is an ace in the hole for Moneybag Joe to get some clout off her. But guess what? When she get out, we still don't care. Because while Brittany been sitting down, we had some time to do some research. But my point is this picture fake right here? How many people believe that's a real picture? Oh, man. That shit might be in motherfucking... They might have took that picture in California somewhere. Oh, man. Do y'all see the games they play? You see that? Told you, man. Their number one device, their number one tool is that motherfucking camera. Half the shit they working on your brain is camera and music. And like I always tell you, you got to know who created all of that stuff. All of that stuff comes from their God. Anyway, I just wanted to show y'all that and see what y'all think of that fake ass picture. They trying to prepare her to be a revolutionary, y'all. They prepping her up to be one of the new Black Lives Matter leaders. Sad. Now, this is some real talk I was supposed to talk about a couple weeks ago. I'm going to breeze through it real quick. Lake Mead, one of the biggest lakes in America, has been drying up. The biggest drought in history. I'm going to show y'all. It's a lake. See how dried up this lake is? These are boats that were already sunken. You see how dry that water, that land? You see how dry the bottom of that? This was the bottom of a lake. You see how dry that is? The earth is drying up, y'all. It's a lot of things going on right now. This also coincides with what they was talking about with the starvation. We got to use common sense. The water from this lake goes to many different states too. California, Arizona, many different, like 5, 6, 7 different states depend on this water right here. Water, these lakes generate electricity. They also supply the earth with the water it needs for vegetation, meaning crops. The plant life that is needed for the animals to feed off of. Yeah, I know about, my people that are smart know about the cycles, how different things in nature feed off each other to sustain everything, and then we feed off it. But this is just to show you how nature is going out of whack right now. Waters are drying up. Lakes, big lakes are drying up, which means what? A lot of the crops in this area are not going to grow. A lot of animals are going to die because they're not going to be able to get the nutrition they need. And this is part of the reason why they only got us focusing on certain things, because all this applies to the shortage. And we also don't know if this drought is man-made. They also spoke about how the Hoover Dam is being affected. But for people that know about water, water is the main necessity that you need in life. Without water, none of this stuff works. And they also said the people around these areas get their water supply. Their fresh water comes from this. So that's why people don't understand about nature. You also got to know about history when you understand that all civilizations were built off of water. Why you think no matter where you from, what city you at, 9 times out of 10, your downtown area, your city is always off water. You notice that? Your number one buildings in your city, when you go downtown, 9 times out of 10 is off water, right? New York City, Chicago, a lot of places. It's off water. Because that water sustains the city. Your ancestors, they put their tents and teepees along the water, along the Nile. You know about Egypt, you know about America. Life is sustained off the river, off the lakes. And when the lakes dry out, everything around it start dying. So when you see the biggest lake, one of the biggest lakes in America, dried up, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm gonna teach this, all my opinion, but I'm gonna show y'all something. That's why I show y'all nature is important. That's why you understand why they always made you go against nature. That's why people hate the South. People hate the country. People hate, if it's not city, they hate it, because we've been tricked not to be one with nature. It's not, you got to know the city. You got to know the country too. If you can survive in a concrete jungle, you got to know how to survive in a real jungle, like your ancestors did. The reason why I'm saying that is because when you see the lake drying up, I'm going to show you nature. You see the lake drying up, the flow of the river and the flow of these waters create currents. Then you understand why in your neighborhood, the flow is drying up. The currency is drying up. The money flow is drying up. Life itself is drying up. And that's the sign you can get from the water if you understand nature. You see? But people don't understand nature. They don't understand the earth. That's why they get caught up what they get caught up in. And they always worried about what's going on in the air. They worry about everything, but they don't understand the earth because you don't understand nature. You've been detached from nature. I just sat and told you how now I can say animals are smarter than human beings. Why? Because animals don't walk around brainwashed. And now I'm going to get into the brainwash. Let's go. I'm going to show y'all something. We're going to kick it today. It is all my opinion. I'm not a doctor. I don't have a college degree. I dropped out in 11th grade and got a GED at 19, all right? So I'm just showing you being smart ain't got nothing to do with paperwork. You be smart or dumb by choice. Now let's go into this brain. This is the brain reaction to music. And what I'm trying to show y'all is they already been knowing this science a long time ago. And they perfected this science when hip hop was created. You see the brain at rest? That's a normal brain relaxed. You see the brain reaction to music? You see a lot of those waves? You see those dark orange colors? That represents chaos in the brain. You also will see this same technology used in what? Infrared beams, infrared scanning. This is the same technology they use in equipment in the military. 5G technology. All this is the same shit. You remember the Predator? How his vision was? Yeah. Told you they've been showing you this. But they mastered your brain. Therefore, they control your body. That's why I told you people are androids. Now, let's keep it pushing. I'm going to show you something. For those that want to know. See that? I'm going to show y'all something. When a couple years ago, a man showed me the Generation Z logo. And the Generation Z logo was a child sitting down with some headphones on and his legs crossed looking down. You know how they look when they play the video game? But a lot of people don't understand something. And I want y'all to hear me clearly. It's a reason why they made the Beats for headphones. It's a reason why they made the iPhone AirPods. And charge you $300, $200 for them. And what the most of our people do? They went and bought them and put them on their head. And I'm not knocking nobody. I'm going to teach y'all some real shit. Because I'm going to tell y'all right now, to this day, guess what I still do? If I got to put on headphones, I use the cheapest earplug. I use Dollar Tree earplugs if I got to use a head. I'm not lying to you. I don't do no Bluetooth. I don't do none of that. It's a reason. I use the headphones right now. I don't use Bluetooth. I got a cheap ass pair of headphones. You know why? Because they put certain megahertz and they put certain things into those Bluetooth headsets. And all of those headphones, they put certain things into it that fuck with your brain and your spinal cord. That's why I bet you any amount of money. And I'm going to tell you what happened to me. Because I tried to buy a pair of headphones that were they were like Beats for Dre, but they was a different brand and they were wireless. And when I used to wear them, when I used to be in the shop, after a while, I started catching major headaches. I started catching major neck pains in the back of my spine. I started getting abscesses in my teeth, stuff like that. And I couldn't figure out what it was. So I said, I ain't wearing them shits no more. Ever since then, I ain't never caught a headache, abscess, nothing. But I understood that it was a frequency going through my brain. See, they created that technology to fry your brain and to brainwash you even more faster. That's why I'm going to keep it 1,000 with you. When we talk about these young people and all of that and how they wilding out, crazy, savage, what's the number one thing they were always raised to do? Put them headphones on, right? Do the video game, do their music. They've been getting their brain scrambled the whole time. Then when they get on the drugs, they brain scramble 5 times more. But I'm trying to show you how these big companies, I told you, you think these big companies put all this money into this technology for nothing? No, it's for you to fry your brain and get paid off you at the same time. Because remind you, when a child is young, their brain ain't all the way developed. I'm telling you, I guarantee you, y'all, anybody that wear wireless headsets, I guarantee you it's time when you be catching headaches. Like even when you ain't listening to the shit, you be catching headaches, and it probably always be on a certain side of your head or brain. All that shit was to fry your brain, y'all. Because you gotta peep game. That shit runs off a certain frequency, a certain energy. That Bluetooth technology is it's like something you can't see sucking on your fucking brain. Frying your shit. And they knew this. That's why I just showed you. This is the regular brain when it's relaxed, at peace. This is the chaotic brain, reaction to music. Now let's go on a little further because I see y'all smart. I see a lot of people ain't dip out. Y'all smart. Now let's check it out. There's different parts of the brain. And they know this. Mind you, remember you heard about how they've been experimenting on people? Well, they've been experimenting on people since ancient history of breaking people's brain down. You also know about organ donor. Don't you know when you're an organ donor, that means you willingly give up your brain when you pass? And they do experiment on brains. They do all this. They got to study the brain. They know how to split your shit open. They know what part is what. They know how to make it like this, make it like that, don't like this. I told you, they learn how to break down your brain and put apps on it like a goddamn cell phone. The recognition and understanding of pitch, tone are mainly handled by the auditory cortex. That's a particular part of the brain. The key part I want you to see is that word auditory. You see that? Audio. You get it? Or we know about what? Auditorium. Once again, at school, when you came to auditorium, and what they do, you watch a play, you listen to some music, whatever. But that's a part of the brain. That is the part that deals with recognition and understanding of pitch and tones. My point is, this is why they changed the frequency of music. I'm going to explain it to you. This part of the brain also does a lot of the work to analyze a song's melody and harmony. Some research shows that the cerebellum and prefrontal cortex contribute too. This is my point, y'all. This is how they've been controlling you. They've been controlling this one part of your brain for years. Through music. You ever heard a baby making music? They know what type of music make you want to have sex. They know what type of music you like that make you want to kill. They know what kind of music to put in your brain when they want to make you dance and party and do stupid dances. I'm just going on. They know when you go to church, that gospel music gonna make you feel a certain way when the preacher ain't saying shit. All that energy you feeling in church from the gospel music, from that choir blowing, you getting hyped and amped. I just showed you what music do. Regular brain, you go to church, hear that gospel, that brain get worked up. You think it's the Spirit and the Holy Ghost. No, it's the gospel music. It's the music. Then you understand why they play the organ, because your brain is an organ, and you get caught up in the music and you think it's the Holy Ghost and the preacher. No, it's the music. That's why you always see the same thing. They preach a little bit. All right, now hit that note. They're going to sing. And when they sing, they pass the plate. And then he go back to preaching again. Then they sing again. Then they pass the plate. It's a program. Any church you go to, you'll see the same program because they understand your brain. They go to school for this shit. This is a science. And it's also how they win in the war. The war that I told you being fought without guns. They already won the war because they know your brain better than you. So look, the auditory cortex, the main thing that deals with pitch, sound, tones, and they know through the music, they can portray certain things. Even in the rainbow community, it's a certain frequency to that music. That's why I told you that new music Beyonce and all them making, you'll see a lot of them making that house music. They're making that different tone music because that music is for certain people. Let's continue on. All right. Now, I'm going to go into this real quick. You see the front part of your brain, it deals with problem solving, basically common sense, emotional traits, reasoning, judgment, common sense, right decisions, speaking, being articulate, being able to communicate, voluntary motor activity. That's the part meaning, you know your body runs. You ain't got to tell your hand to pick up the water. You ain't got to tell yourself, it's certain, that part of your brain, it controls voluntary things, meaning, you don't got to tell your foot, step, foot, step. No, the part of your brain, it programs your legs to follow suit. My point is this. You see that front part of the brain? That's the main part of your brain that they shut down. So when we talk about these kids wilding out, guess what? That front red part shut down. Because it deals with what? Problem solving. Emotional traits. You see how I told you how they play on your emotions? They know how to play on your emotions. They know how to get you worked up. They know how to make you mad, want to kill somebody. They know how to make you laugh and joke and be happy when shit ain't funny. Because they know what part of the brain to attack. You see that? Now let's go into the yellow part. The parietal lobe. Knowing right and left. It deals with sensation, feelings, reading, body orientation. Remember when we spoke about a lot of kids don't read? And I'm showing you the formula. When you don't use these parts of the brain correctly, what happens? It starts shutting down because it's a muscle. When you don't go to the gym, don't you start getting deflated and weaker? When you don't use your muscles? When you always drive around and you work sitting on your butt, when it's time to walk somewhere, you can't walk, your legs, you got noodle legs because your legs going dormant. Well, guess what? A lot of people brain going dormant. So that's why we see a lot of fools. We see people being turned into clones, androids. You know what's a clone? An android is a person walking around in a human body, but they don't have control of these two parts of the brain I just showed you. They don't have control of the brain. Why? They don't know about problem solving. They don't understand black on black hate, meaning they don't understand that when I got beef with my brother, we could just talk it out or leave each other alone. We ain't got to kill each other because you don't know how to deal with problem solving. That part of your brain been shut down. Who shut it down? Who you think shut it down? The people that made you hate yourself. And they know that you don't have good reasoning and judgment. You ready to kill because somebody stepped on your shoe. You ready to kill over a block that ain't yours. You don't have good reasoning. You don't have good judgment. You don't have the reason to say, that's an old lady. I'm not going to knock her upside her head. That could be my grandmother. They shut that part down. I'm showing you, man. It's warfare. You see the back? Vision. We say optical lobe, the back of your brain. That part deals with vision, color perception. That's the part of your brain that make you attract to things that you don't even know why you're attracted to it. For my people that know about the color coding, it's a reason why these franchises got their signs in big, broad colors. It's a reason why you got that big TV in your crib and them colors, the HD, the 4K, and they playing on your brain all day. Because it's a part of your brain that's grabbing, taking over your vision. This is how they could do things in your face and you don't see it. Because they controlling that part of your brain. What they do, they shut it down. This is why when fame tell you or show people certain things, they don't get it. Or when other people tell you, you don't get it. Because that part of your brain is shut down. Now you understand what dumbing down, getting dumbed down really mean when they really fucking turn your brain into mush. They shut them parts of the brain down. They know how to do it. They got many ways to do it. And I ain't even talking about the torturous ways they do it, but I'm talking about just regular shit. TV, music. You dig? Have you running to McDonald's? You don't even know why you running to McDonald's every day. Yeah, color codes. They know your brain better than you know it. And this is how they've been controlling you. Let's keep going. Temporal lobe, understanding language. That deals with, once again, social skills, communication, behavior, memory, hearing. Do a lot of people have behavior problems? Do they not comprehend things the way you comprehend things? You know when a child is considered so-called bad behavior problems? Or that child, you always got to spank them, tell them don't do this, because that part of their brain is not functioning correctly. And when your child deals with certain behavior, what they do, they give them Ritalin. What the Ritalin do? It shut that part of their brain down. And your kid be sitting on the couch like a gump, foaming from the mouth, slow, because they shutting his brain down, turning you into a zombie. And every part of the brain I just showed you, once it start becoming shut down, you start becoming a zombie, a clone, a follower. You join a cult. You get it? Because your parts is being shut the fuck down. Your shit dead. You ever heard of brain dead? That's brain dead. When all these different parts of your brain are not functioning correctly the way they're supposed to at the proper speed, and it's slowing down and shutting down, that's when you're being slowed down. You start dumbing down. And that's what they've already been doing. You see the brain stem, one of the most important parts of your brain. It deals with breathing, your body temperature, digestion, alertness, sleep, swallowing. That's why when you get caught with the sleep deprivation, remember we spoke about how sleep and rest is very important to your brain? That is the brainstem part. So when you don't get rest, you're not dealing with the correct brain. And your shit start going dormant. And most people that don't get the proper rest, they usually catch a heart attack because they got breathing issues. You ever seen people hot, cold? Some people temperature off too. You'll notice that. Some people always cold, some people always hot. It's something going on in your brain sometimes. Digestion, swallowing, alertness, meaning some people up, but they're not alert. And when you put the wrong foods in your body, you start killing your brainstem. See, it's a lot of different things. I'm going to go to the cerebellum. I'm going to move on. Balance. You see that? Remember I said everything got to have balance? Knowing how to properly weigh things out. See, when that cerebellum shut down, now also it deals with your balance and walking and things of that nature, but I'm talking about balance in everything you do, moderation. See, it's parts of people's brain shut down. Well, all they know is party, party, party. All they know is be on the block. All they know is hip hop music. They don't know nothing else because their cerebellum is under control. You dig? And that's why it says in control voluntary movement. This is why you got people doing shit, don't even know why the fuck they doing it, what they do. They was in Black Lives Matter fucking up stores, don't even know why they was doing it, just because it was something to do. They were following. Because that brain, that part of the brain, the cerebellum, was under attack, was under control. So I'm showing you. If you don't know how to work your brain, I told you, somebody else will do it for you. And that's when you become a clone of Android. And that's what we're looking at right now. And the headphones just sped up the process. Because guess what? Remember we was talking about how these kids don't got principles or morals and they ain't been taught this because all they do is this right here. So no matter what you tell them, once they put this on, guess what? Everything you say go in one ear and out the other. Know that saying? In one ear, out the other. You done told them this, that, and the third. Once they put them headphones on, what happened? They get dumbed back the fuck down. And they forgot everything you fucking told them. Why? Because their brain getting fried. You get it? That's why this technology was promoted at the highest level. We grew up off headphones too, but the headphones didn't give us headaches because you know why? It wasn't a certain megahertz in them. It wasn't, they didn't run off Bluetooth energy. They didn't run off Wi-Fi. They didn't have to be charged up. I'm going to tell you right now, guess what? I never put a cell phone on my face. If I talk on the cell phone, it's on speak. I don't put cell phones on my brain. I don't do none of that. I've been doing this shit for years. I'm gonna tell y'all that. I only talk on speaker, and I don't even hold them in my. I don't even hold a phone in my hand for real, unless I put rubber cases on mine, and how I hold it at the side. I always hold my phone at the side. I never let that battery sit in my hand. I'm pretty sure y'all done had phones in your hand done went numb. You done start feeling like your certain parts of your body vibrating. Yeah, I done been through that too. I learned that shit years ago, before the touch screen. I don't put cell phones to my brain. I don't talk on the phone for hours with that shit on my brain. I don't hold phones in my hand forever. When I scroll a certain way. Why you think when they made the cell phones, right? Why you think they made the stick that go with them? But you know, most people don't use the stick. Why you think they made the stick? It's science to a lot of all that shit. Let's keep it pushing. I'm done. Now, the hypothalamus, this is one of the most important parts right here. This is the part, that little part. You also see that you see it look like a bird. You know what I'm saying? They're saying bird brain, it look like a bird. But my point is, this is the part of your brain that deals with a whole lot. And it's also the main part of the brain that tells you when you need food, when you're hungry, your body temperature, and the main thing is sexual behavior. So that's why I wanted to show people my point of all this is, when I told y'all, the same part of your brain that loves for food and all of that is the same part of your brain that deals with sex. Why you think a lot of time after you have sex, you get hungry. And then you got a lot of people, if they don't have a lot of sex, a lot of time they eat a lot. That's also the same part of your brain that crave drugs. And that's why you'll see most people that ain't on drugs, they might eat a lot. Or should I say the people who don't do drugs eat a lot. And a lot of time the people that eat a lot don't do drugs. But then you got some people that do all three, do drugs, eat a lot, and have a lot of sex. But that's part of that particular part of your brain, the hypothalamus and pituitary gland. And my point is they know how to attack that shit. That's why when you on Instagram, that shit always under attack. When you're on Instagram, what you gonna see? Sexy shit. You're gonna see food. You get it? Or you're gonna see is food, sex, material shit. You're gonna that's the part of your brain they working all day. So I'm just showing you how your brain is always under attack. Then you turn on the TV, what you start seeing? Good ass food commercials. You get it? That's the part of your brain they attack. And this is part of your, they know once they took this part of your brain, they can distract your whole life. And this is the part of the brain they got on lockdown. And this is why the world is the way it is. This is why niggas spin the block. This is why niggas kill each other. And this is why, and then when they program you to be racist, whatever they want to program you, they work on these parts of the brain. That's all I wanted to show you. They master these parts of your brain. And this is why, so if you a follower and you slow, you're considered a gump because you can't work, your brain don't work no more. It's just mush. Yeah, you got a body. Yeah, you got nice clothes, you got money, you got a lot of shit, but your brain is shut down. And that's why you're doing shit like a zombie. You know, when you see a nigga just got a big blunt, he just sitting in front of the camera smoking, that nigga brain is fried. Nigga just smoking in front of the camera, ain't got shit to say. His brain is dead. There's a lot of people brain dead that don't smoke weed too. Don't get it fucked up. But I just wanted to show y'all how they already winning the war. And this and everything I'm showing you, it also applies with the black on black crime and the self-hate. Because all this shit has been manipulated in your brain. And the music is what dumbed everybody down. The people without common sense to understand that it's just music. Remember that. Music is good, but it's just music. But you can use music for other things. Let me show you a positive way to use music. A lot of y'all already know common sense. What you do when you go to the gym, you play music. But guess what you're doing? You taking that same frequency, you making it positive. See, an ignorant person to take that music and go shoot up the block. A positive person to take that music and take it out on the weights. Take it out on the treadmill. You get it? You can take that. It's just energy. But when you know how to flip it and use it, it can work in your advantage. When you don't know how to use it, it can kill you. You see? Music ain't bad. But my point is, it's what people let music do to their brain. They forgot it's just an art. It's just something you do. It's a feeling. It's not a life. It's not a fucking culture. But for you, it's been made a culture. And that's why your whole life is in shambles. That's why everything is in shambles. And the reason why I know from experience, because I was raised off this shit. So I'm just showing you. They know how to control you, and they're already doing it. Because they got a lock on your brain. That's it. You ain't no, some people's brain is no different from your cell phone. I told you. All they did was take your brain and load a lot of different apps on it. That's it. You got a lot of applications on your brain. That's it. You dig? See that? That's all they did was fry your brain. Now, this is another part of the, like I said, about the parts of the brain, the hypothalamus. This is what they finessed. Now, let's talk about this real talk right here. Differences between the genders. See, the brain knows the difference. But let's check it out real quick. It is apparent, sometimes painfully, so that men and women perceive the world differently. Let's keep it right there. Men and women perceive the world different. Why is that? Because we got different brains. This is where the saying of women are more emotional come from. It's a certain space women's supposed to be in. It's a certain space men are supposed to be in. It's just natural things of the brain. What up, Juice? It's just natural things within the brain. We're supposed to be different. It's okay to be different. But we've been taught the trick to think we all got to be the same. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the woman got to outdo the man. The man got to outdo the woman. Whatever. That's why we can't come together, because we don't understand we got different brains that's supposed to really work together. But my point is, the brain knows what's different. But that's why my whole point is, that's why I showed you. They had to trick the brain. See, that's why I'm going back. Let me go back to what I went to, y'all. I'm going to show y'all this science real quick. You see the young boy that's 14? Remember I told you? They had to trick his brain so his brain would think he's a female. It's his brain. It's not him. His brain has been finessed. His brain has been tricked. I just showed you the parts of the brain they tricked. His brain has been tricked to make him convince himself that he's a young lady. He's only 14 years old. And my point is this. Is the whole point when we been seeing this feminization and how I always talk about how men act like women and all this different behavior. Yes, some women are becoming too masculine. Men are becoming too soft because they've been finessing the brain. And now they split the brain where some people's brain is so messed up, they don't know who they are. You get it? And they don't even know the shit they doing. They just doing it because their brain been finessed. It's been shut down, brainwashed, reprogrammed, and they put an app on it. And one app on this young boy brain might be transgender. You know what I'm saying? Through seeing Dwayne Wade, it got activated. Ping. Sexual drive and desire is the result of an orchestration between our sensory systems: vision, hearing, taste, smell, touch. My point is this. Men, you know that. When you see a woman, your brain acts a certain way. When you hear a woman's voice, I ain't gonna talk about taste. Smell. Woman got a different smell from a man. Women have a different touch from a man. Your brain pick up on these things. Your brain tells you this. But like I said, when your brain been finessed as a young boy and you never got a chance to visualize a woman, or you never had the touch of a woman or a young lady your age, you never had a crush at a young age on another woman, a young girl, one of your peers, you start liking boys because you don't even understand your brain been finessed. And your hypothalamus has been compromised and your vision ain't the same. You're looking at a boy different. When you hear a boy talking to you, you hear him different. You dig? And you got some boys, they start getting attracted by a musty boy. You see that? Because their senses are out of whack. But it's a program, or should I say, your brain has a natural instinct to all of these things. That's all I'm saying. This ain't my personal opinion. Your brain has its own way to live. That's why, remember, I keep telling y'all, nature, animals already know what to do. And when you brainwash an animal, what does it become? A pet. It's called being domesticated. Why you think every now and then a lion or a wild ape or wild anything in the zoo will spaz out because they be breaking the code. It start breaking the mind control program and start saying, hold up, man, I'm supposed to be in the jungle. I ain't supposed to be in no zoo. And they start wilding out because they understand they breaking the code and they realize they've been trained. That's also, they showed you that in King Kong. And if you don't know about King Kong also allegedly represents the black man and his love for white women. That's a whole nother topic. But these are all different things that have been finessed also through Hollywood. Now you understand when you go see these big films and these big movies throughout your life, all these spectacles and colors and blowing up shit and sound effects, all of that was to finesse the brain. Let's continue on. Damn, y'all smart, boy. Some people left, but most of y'all still here. The amygdala is near the hypothalamus. It is responsible for alerting us to changes in our environment. Let's stick to that right there. It's a part of your brain that is responsible for alerting, being on point to different changes. So when I come on here and tell y'all shit changing, it's changing, look, that's a natural part of your brain. All you gotta do is pay attention. Some people call it common sense. Some people call it a spirit. Some people say, I just feel a certain way. I feel something feel funny today. Something ain't right. That's a part of your brain. But look, it says this particular part of your brain alerts you to your environment. What is most of people's environment? The hood, poverty, poor. You dig? So once that part of your brain been compromised and finessed, you start thinking the hood and living fucked up is natural. This is why, once again, black on black hate is good, because you don't have the proper thinking to understand that we all in the struggle. Let me give my people a pass because we all fucked up and angry. Let's let it slide. No, we're going to kill each other because it's your environment. That's the same reason why a lot of us know shit ain't right in the world, because it's something in us that's tuned in with nature, telling you natural shit. This ain't no science shit. It's simple. It's the same part of the brain is manipulated. That controls your sexual arousement. My point is, when you see a rapist, a pedophile, that part of their brain is finessed. The hypothalamus is compromised. They're not in their right mind. That's what makes them psycho. That's why when they see a kid do their vision, they see a grown woman, a grown man. They don't see a child. Their fucking brain is out of whack. You get it? This is also the thing will make people serial killers. and they don't see life like you see life. This is the part of the brain, once it's finessed, you become a fucking animal. That's why that's the same part of the brain that deals with sexual arousal. This is why when niggas can't control this part of the brain, they become sexual predators, or what they do. They sit at home and they jack off all day because they can't control their sexual arousal. Women that can't control it, they got toys. They play with themselves. You get it? It's a part of your brain that you have no control of. And that's why you don't know why you keep jacking off. You get it? This is why you're a weirdo. This is why you love R. Kelly, because he finessed your brain with music. And he got you somewhere in the house jacking off because you over-sexualized. You dig? They been through all this shit. Told you, man. They been through this shit. And you fell for it. And you still do it. That's all I'm saying. Also, this particular part of the brain, it reacts with life-threatening emergency. Remember I told you about if you watch animals and any parent animal will fuck you up if you try to come by their kids, because it's a part of the brain that deals with life-threatening emergencies. That's why another thing you got to understand about this. This is why that so-called war they got on people with the unseen hand will never be announced. Because they know if they announce it's a war, if they say we're going to kill 1,000 Americans next week, guess what? It's a certain device in your brain that's going to come online that is going to react under life-threatening emergency, aka called survival. And there's certain things inside of you that will fight for survival. The same way what? If you get a squirrel trapped in a corner, a mouse trapped in a corner. Think of the littlest, weakest animal. If you trap it in the corner, it's going to jump in your face. It's going to try to get at you. Why? Because it's a certain mechanism within the brain that naturally make life react to life-threatening emergencies. This is also the part of your brain they always keep under trauma. Damn, a nigga got shot last week. Damn, George Floyd died. See? Trauma. Make you get worked up. When you get worked up, your brain go like this and start going out of whack. Trauma. Man, all this shit is what they've been doing for years, man. They did it to your ancestors when they kept whipping them with them whips and trying to break them. Get it? Because these same parts of your brain you can use to win wars, you can use to create inventions, you can use to become a billionaire. But that's why they always keep your shit shut down. They're always working on your shit to keep you dumb. You dig? And at the end of the day, that's why I told you your brain is just like this now. Getting fried. And I'm done on that. I'm done on that. But I just wanted to show you. When they created this headphone, guess what? That was a form of warfare. And all you got to do is think back. Just think back to when the Beats for Dre headphones became popular in the iPods. And then look at the same drug was trending at that time was Molly, Percocets. And you'll see that kept combination of taking them drugs, frying your brain, putting on the headphones, frying the brain. And now you see what you got right now. Now you see what's running around right now. People that are literally out of their fucking mind and don't comprehend shit. This is why they spin blocks and join Black Lives Matter and don't know why. Because they brain been fried. You dig? And don't forget, between the music, they on a video game, killing all day. Grand Theft Auto, Call of Duty. Brainwash. So that's why I say you gotta do all them things at moderation. It's okay to play video games, it's okay to like music, but if that's all you're gonna put in your brain, guess what? That's all your brain gonna adapt to. Now let's move on. Y'all remember this? Do y'all remember this female? Who remember this female right here? This is the female that they said was an OnlyFans model. I'm tired of that shit too. She ain't an OnlyFans model. She's a whore. She's a fucking prostitute. All right? Because every woman on OnlyFans, for the right price, they're going to move. But remember this story right here, this OnlyFans model that killed her boyfriend, this man right here. She's also the same woman that says she only date black men with money. And remember she stabbed them and killed them a couple months ago and she didn't get charged? She also had to go to a drug facility. Another thing I want to show you about this picture, what a lot of y'all don't know, And I explained this to y'all before, that a lot of people think all white women hair is so perfect. It's so nice. It's long. They don't wear weaves. Yes, they do. She got a weave on her hair right here. I want to show y'all that how white people wear clip-ons and they get weave. You see by her face, the hair is short. Then you see right here, it gets longer. That's a clip-on. That's extensions. You get it? I told you I learned about all that shit. I just want to show some people that love, you love a lot of white women because of their hair. And I'm not knocking nobody that love white women. I'm just saying, some of y'all be always going hard because black women, they do stuff to their hair, but white women do the same shit. Those are clip-ons. And women that know about hair, y'all know what I'm talking about. But this woman killed him and got away with it. She ain't get no time. She was in a drug rehab. But guess what happened? They caught her ass. They caught her ass. They went back to that film. They went back to that technology and come to find out she was already beating on that man. For those who didn't see this video, make sure you see it. It's on TMZ. She hit that man with over 20 punches and he ain't do nothing. I ain't gonna lie. He only mushed her in the face like one time. And that was after she had hit him about 15. He could have beat the brakes off her. She was pounding on that boy in that elevator. And that seemed like the longest elevator ride ever. But, and something about TMZ, I told you, I don't know where they be. Yo, I think, man, TMZ down with them people, man, period. They get all the footage. They went and got this footage off the elevator to show this woman was abusing that black man. See? Remember the narrative, black man aggressive, beat on woman. See? This was opposite. This white woman was beating the shit out this man. I'm talking about violate him. Punching him in his face, smacking him in his. All he kept doing was trying to block, push her away, hold her hands. She kept fucking him up. Even when he got out the elevator, fucking him up still. But due to this footage, they now was able to take this and charge her with the murder. So she now charged with second-degree murder now. But at first, she walked away. She didn't get charged with it. And his family kept trying to say she ain't innocent. He come from a little bit of money. Now, I ain't gonna lie, the way she was beating on him, he probably was flirting with another chick. He probably was doing something with another female. It looked like that, but she went super hard on that man. She was beating on him bad too, y'all. And I give it to him. He ain't do nothing to her. He could have knocked her ass out. He ain't even do it. And then guess what happened? He ended up dead. Because remember, y'all know that's how it starts with domestic violence. It starts from little stuff, pushing, shoving, hitting, choking. Then it go to killing with guns and knives. So this beating happened before he actually got killed by her. So that's why I tell people, man, I keep telling people, you got to know when to walk away. Once you realize this chick so crazy, she beating on you in public, bro, you supposed to be out after that. For one, she disrespectful. She ain't got no self-control. And before you kill her, knock her ass out, you got to leave her alone. So guess what, y'all? My moral to the story, if he would have walked away, he'd still be living right now. But being that he let this go down, he stayed with her. Only thing happened was he got killed in the crib. Weeks later, stabbed in his chest. And come to find out, she was a drug head the whole time. See that? But on the internet, she became a famous OnlyFans model. You see how the internet made regular people start thinking in their mind they're a star? Some of these people are really, really fucked up people. But due to the internet and the manipulation of the brain, people have been tricked to think a crackhead junkie could be a star. Why? Because of views and likes and subs. But she ain't no OnlyFans model. Ain't no such thing as an Instagram model. It's called, God damn it, it's for sale. Models, they are booked. They have managers. They're on salaries. They get paid to do certain work. They do magazines. They do commercials. That's a model. Advertisement. Stop playing. And that's that on that. But she got her time. She out of here now. She faced with second-degree murder for killing a black man. And I ain't seen nobody get mad at that story neither. Why? Because that story was low-key. And nobody said that was racist. You know why? Because there was a couple. So that's what I'm trying to show you. That racist shit, it is what it is. Salute to the chat. Salute to everybody that's been here the whole time, the 100 and change in the building. So I don't spoke about some things. Now people got a clue. That's right, Daniel Walker. I was a model in my 20s and 30s. That's right. It was a time when people actually was trying to be a model for real, for real. You had to go to them studios and, you know what I'm saying, do different photo shoots within that day because you trying to get a bigger deal. You know, it was different. Now that managers, that modeling stuff, it go a lot of ways. You could call yourself a model and get jacked up in a sex traffic operation. You know what I'm saying? You get snatched up and be somewhere you never been found again because you call yourself an Instagram model. Nah, that ain't no model. But my ex is brain dead and a gamer every spare moment he gets. Yeah, y'all. So now that we more aware of the parts of the brain, now you understand they went in the war. He was online back in the day talking greasy about black women. So what you try to say, that might be some of his karma, huh? Sometimes you get what you ask for. That's why I be trying to tell people, man. You've been tricked to hate each other. That's why I said men like that been tricked to hate his own people. And these are the niggas that hate themselves and think if I get a white woman, I'm gonna be better off. But you act, it's a such thing as trying to talk trash and not even trying to. You got white people that don't like white people. You got white people that look down on white people. I told you, this white woman right here, she got fake hair too. You see, they do the same shit. Fake body. They invented the fake body. Fake body, fake lashes, fake a lot of fake shit. But you think when you got one, you got the trophy because you've been brainwashed and nigga, you've been taught to hate yourself. That's it. That's it. And most of the men that do that always end up fucked up. Because I told you, I said that before. Now, domestic violence with a black woman, it might the nasty, it might get us some fights, but guess what? When you fuck with a white woman, she will kill your ass. And sometimes she'll kill you for nothing over insurance. Sometimes she'll just kill you because she's jealous. Man, they will smoke you, they will get rid of your ass quick. And guess what? When a white woman kill you, they ain't gonna get no real time. They're gonna get like 10 years and do 7 years and get the rest probation, some shit like that. So that's what happened to a lot of you niggas. I'm just being real. The Jew said, yo, my children in a white school and they at ghetto as you know what. Yeah, man. This America, man. You got to know how to adapt. You got to deal with all people, man. If you don't know that, you're always going to be limited. The news mainstream is selected with the child trafficking info and all of the likes. Yet many go missing and a pot smoker is doing jail. Take the natural herb and give you pills. Yeah, that's what they do. They do everything backwards. I learned self-control during the pandemic, but it's a lot more I need to gain control of. That's what's up, Miss Deja. That's what's up. Because that's really what this was the time for. I mean, that's why I say you could take this, like you could have took this whole pandemic different ways. Like it wasn't all bad because a lot of people could have got themselves in order. It's a lot of things you could have used. You could have used this time to get a lot of things in order. That's all I'm saying. And that's what a lot of people did. And a lot of people were just playing around. Most of the people that was playing around and bullshit, and they fucking hurting right now. That's just it. Like what's going to happen to her? She going to blame the drugs. Yes, she did. Because remember, when she stabbed them up and killed them, she didn't get no time. She was in a rehab. But from what I read, they went to the rehab and got her ass. I think she was in one of them 6-month programs. Basically a fucking dope head, a junkie. But now her ass locked up. And she was abusing that man. I'm telling you, we don't talk about how women be abusing some men. That's why when I showed that picture yesterday when I was clowning with that man sitting on that woman's lap and she his mother, that shit real. Not only is women taking care of some men, nah, fuck that. You got some women abusing men, making them do shit, disrespecting them in front of company, all that shit. Treat them like peons. I done seen that shit. Woman, the worstest thing you could do is disrespect your man in front of company. That's the foulest thing you could do, I'm telling you. But that's what some women do because they don't have no respect for the man. And I'm telling the men, once you getting disrespected like that, bro, you gotta just get up out of there, man. because it's not going to be a good look for you. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? Once the respect is gone, you have nothing. You have nothing. People got to understand that respect is everything, man. The Godfather said weed, the gateway drug. Weed is a gateway drug for a person with a weak brain. Yes, you got people you can brainwash to do anything. That's the man caught under peer pressure. Here, hit this blunt. And then another time goes on, somebody gonna say, here, hit this blow, pop this molly. It's okay. That shit ain't nothing, man. Put that shit in your drink. You ain't even gonna taste it. Boom. Now nigga turned out. So for some people with a weak mind, yes, weed is a gateway drug. And like I said before, anybody that do exclusive drugs, high drugs, potent drugs, dope, anything, all you got to do is ask them 9 times out of 10, what's the first drug they did? Or what's the first thing they did? They're all going to tell you they smoke weed first. Most, they're going to smoke cigarettes first. Then I started smoking weed. But then most of us, we smoke butter and we cut it off. But everybody don't. That's why even if you smoke weed, it's not good to keep abusing it because you're going to get too used to it. You know, when you first started smoking, you had the munchies, giggle, you had a whole nother vibe. But then after you started smoking, you lost the fun part of it. And now you just got to smoke to get through the day. Or a person getting on your nerves, I got to smoke. Or when you ain't got no blunt, I got to smoke. And it ain't hitting you to saying you got to smoke 3, 4, 5 blunts. When it was a time before, you got high off hitting a blunt a couple times, it was lit. But when you smoke too much, your body becomes too addicted to it. So sometimes you do got to shut it down and then start over again. And then, you know what I'm saying, the weed are having a different effect. But we neither here nor there. I ain't telling nobody what to do. People do what they do. You know what I'm saying? But once I'm going to be real. Once you got to smoke like 3, 5 blunts to the head a day, your body is too immune to the weed. That's why you ain't really getting high like that no more. And sometimes all you got to do is reset your body. You can stop for a month, go back, and you'll be straight. You won't need all them blunts no more. But anyway, salute to the chat, y'all. I done touched on Kevin Gates. I done touched on it. Now the question is, do black people hate each other? That's the question. Do black people, let's ask the question, y'all. Let's be serious. Do black people hate each other more than a white man hate black people? Are we psychologically messed up in the head? Are we psychologically sick? Is this why they always say we got mental health issues? Because we hate each other? And Kevin Gates trying to show you that you ain't just black. That's all I'm saying. Understand signs and symbols. This is not about Kevin Gates, the man himself. This is about what he's showing you and what he's saying. He's sending messages. And for those that wasn't here earlier, I explained how he used to be righteous. He used to try to say the right thing. He used to try to portray a good image. He always was with his family, his wife, his kids. He always had his wife with him everywhere he went. He always tried to portray the right image. He tried to be a so-called good nigga. He tried. But they kept locking him up. And when he got out, he was like this. He wasn't the same once he got out of jail. He still kept his faith around his neck, as you can see. He still kept his faith, which he probably still got, but he got to play the role now. You see? That hair color kind of represents I'm willing to play the game now. But before that, he was like this. See his emblem around his neck? He was wearing his religion on his sleeve. He was letting you know, I ain't with that nonsense. This is what I'm about right here. I'm about my wife, my kids, my religion, my faith. Yeah, I rap, but I'm trying to stay grounded some kind of way. And they tried to break him. So now Kevin Gates acts crazy. He says dumb shit because he know that people that are dumb, they want to hear the real shit, the dumb shit. Should I say? People are the dumb shit. Because if you pull up and say, y'all know y'all all originally from this country, right? Y'all know y'all really natives of this soil, right? He know if he say that, he gonna be in trouble. So he ain't gonna say nothing. He just gonna show you. And he know the people that's gonna catch it. I'm telling y'all what time we in right now. People choosing their sides. I told you. This also represents he ain't really trying to play the game like that no more, but he understands that if he don't move correctly, his ass gonna go back to jail. So my point is this: Kevin Gates ain't as stupid as people think. He has learned how to play the role. Because maybe he want to survive for his family. Remember I told you, some people to sacrifice themselves for the betterment of their family? So he'll say some stupid shit like he drunk Beyonce piss. No one goddamn well he lying. No one goddamn well he just making some shit up. But he know he has to portray the role of a crazy black man in order for him to live and feed his family. You get it? And that's why he'll never portray this image of this man. Because it wasn't popular. It's not cool. It's not trendy. Be with your homies. Be with your homies showing matching tattoos. Not with your wife, with your homeboys. Be with your homies with no shirts on, taking pictures all day, smoking blunts. Don't do this. Don't take no pictures like this. You see? This is what they don't want. Get it? And when he got locked up, guess what else happened, y'all? While he was locked up, that's when they gave the torch to NBA Youngboy. They're from the same place. When he went to jail, NBA Youngboy took his fans because NBA Youngboy was the new nigga. They needed to keep the niggas ignorant. I call him NBA Dumbboy because the narrative of ignorance has to be pushed. So when Kevin Gates wasn't really trying to do all that shit, they locked his ass up and gave a crown to NBA Youngboy. And they took it from Kevin Gates and Lil Boosie, same area. That's why you see once Lil Boosie got locked up, he plays ignorant now as well. And every now and then they're going to say some real shit because they know it's already in them to say real shit. They know they got to say it. So for those that pulled up, I'm going to go to what Kevin Gates said one more time. And I want to know your opinion. Hold on. Let me go down some more. That's the brain. Let me go down some more. Hold up. They got mad. This is what Kevin Gates said. They got mad when I said don't support Black Lives Matter because who they matter to. We kill each other all day. We talk about each other all day. You know who talk about me the most on the internet? Niggas. Niggas, you know. He said, niggas, you know what's worse than a nigga. Basically said, what's worse than a nigga? Two niggas. Because remember, it takes two to talk. He added, it make you don't want to be a nigga. It be niggas, my own people that look like me, talk about me like a dog, kick me when I'm down. I don't look at color and see race no more. I see real and fake. And I told you those are the new races. You got the real race, you got the fake. You got real people, you got fake people. I just broke down all the fake people. They the ones under the mind control program who brain been zapped. Don't matter their color. Those are the people who've been programmed to kill your ass. Those are the people when they see you, they don't see you as their brother. They'll blow your brains out. Because they've been manipulated. That's why they ain't about color no more. But he's faced backlash because he did support Black Lives Matter. And one thing he said as well, we kill each other. I'm talking about we lay up under each other's cars. We lay behind each other's houses and whip by and boom, boom, boom. We talk about the people who plot on killing people. We kill each other. But as soon as a white boy kills one of us, everybody want to go to hooping and hollering and all that old stupid ass shit. That's bullshit to me, he said. So what y'all think? Do we got a point? And I know people are going to say, man, that nigga, who is he to say that shit? And if you say that, you in your feelings. And if you don't understand feelings, go back and tap into when I was just talking about the brain. All right? You got to be able to distinguish truth when it's said, facts when it's said, dumb shit when it's said. You got to be able to distinguish what's what. And like I told you, they trick us to hate all celebrities. So when they do say real shit, we ain't going to acknowledge it. When they do make a positive move, we're going to say what? Oh, man, that's just a tax write-off. But guess what? Sometimes they actually do try to help. But these are the games that your oppressor plays to turn you against your own people anyway. He had the entertainer being hated by his own people and had the people hating the entertainer. Therefore, plan works because guess what? They never going to come together anyway. And that's part of the black on black hate. Who is the master of the black and black hate? The one who controls your brain. Because people can't think for themselves. I told you, they only react when they see it on the TV or when somebody tell them to. A leader or cult leader. Black Lives Matter. I'm done with that shit. Salute to the chat. I'm about to get out of here. It's Friday. You know, we did what we did. That's right, Sherry. Manchurian Candidate. That's right. If anybody never see that movie, shame on you. If you want to know the real truth about mind control and how that shit work and how that shit, watch Manchurian Candidate with Denzel Washington. That movie came out early in the 1900s. That movie came out a long time ago. With the original version was with Marlon Brando, the one who played Godfather. But they brought it back out in 2004, around that time, and Denzel did it. And I told you, whenever you see a top actor, those are the movies with the agendas. When you watch Manchurian Candidate, you'll see everything I'm talking about in this episode. And you'll see them having a program put with shit on motherfuckers' brain. And how they can make you kill and don't even know you fucking killing shit. You doing shit, don't even know why the fuck you doing it. That man kept going to the store. You seen it, Sherry. What he kept buying every time he went to the store? Oodles and noodles, tomatoes. He kept buying the same shit when he was in the goddamn army. He been out the army. He was eating the same shit. He was under a fucking mind control program. And the tomato and the noodles kept him locked in that program. You dig? The same way to keep you poor and ignorant and savage, all they got to do is keep giving you the same shit. What? Hip-hop music, and keep telling you you're poor, keep giving you the same food, McDonald's, churches, Popeyes, and you remain a nigga. Because when you see some good food, you're going to say, I don't eat that. That's bougie food. I don't want that. That shit could be the best food in the world. You ain't going to eat it because you was taught that that's bougie food. See that? You've been made a nigga. Look, that word nigga is a program. It got a manual to it and everything. It got how to make a person a nigga, all that shit. How to make a person a nigga. You give them some hip-hop music. Give them some Beats for Dre headphones. You give them some McDonald's. You give them some weed. You dig? You show them a flashy car with rims. That's part of the program, the nigga program. I'm telling y'all, man, this shit deeper than what you think it is. This shit, they already winning the war. And your own people will blow your head off for nothing. So let's just say the racist white man and the people that do black on black crime, they're the same people. Let's just say they down with the same gang. It's just that the racist white man use people that look like you to do his dirty work, and they voluntarily do it. I already showed you earlier. Look, this prosecutor, who you think hired this prosecutor? Who you think she worked for? Who is she going to hang? Who is she going to give 100 years to? You think she care Young Thug got kids and a family? Young Thug ain't killed nobody. Why he facing 900 years? Why she ain't got no mercy on that man? Why she still threaten to lock up more people? Is it her, or is she doing the work for that man you see right there? You heard about consultants. Y'all still learn again with a puppet on the string. You still think it's about race. But I'll tell you right now, if I see her, I ain't going to be quick to say that's my black sister. No, I ain't. I understand who she is, but I ain't going to be quick to say she my black sister because she black. I'm going to look at what she do. I'm going to see how she treat people. Anyway, she's coming for Trump. And we know they sick on Trump too. But Trump got a billionaire lawyer. This is lawyer right here that you see with King Von. His lawyer is also Cardi B's lawyer, Gucci Man, and a few other rappers. And they call him, let me be correct, they call him the $1 billion lawyer. And he's fighting against her. I also told y'all how they blame that shooting in Cincinnati or Ohio, that shooting with the stupid ass man under mind control, trying to run up and thought he was going to kill the FBI. What? They took care of his ass quick. But they say he tried to beef with the FBI because he was mad that the FBI went in Trump's house. You see, it's a lot of loonies out here. But my point is, Trump ain't had nothing to do with that. Trump ain't call that man and said, do this, do that. No, they automatically put it on Trump. Just showing you they've been putting shit on Trump forever. They put the whole White House thing on Trump. You did? That whole Capitol, whatever. And around that same time, that's when they had the votes going on in Georgia. Remember? That was the whole debacle. Remember I showed you Brittany Griner was promoting that voting in Georgia? This is what all this shit is about, the Georgia shit. And they're going to trial. It's going to be a case. So, and you already know they're going to use that as another distraction. And she says she's going to lock up 60 individuals. But I bet you when it's all said and done, she's going to lock the rappers up. And we know for a fact Trump and Giuliani is not going to jail. If you think that, you definitely under mind control. That man is not going to jail. You can cancel that. But I bet you the rappers going to go to jail. Because that's really what she's going to do anyway. You see that? The shutdown of hip-hop music. I showed you earlier, they use hip-hop as a warfare, right? The warfare they used was on the brain of the kids that we see running around right now. The future generation has already been fried under this program is what I'm telling you. And now that they use the program, they don't need it no more. Game over with. We programmed them enough. We got them on an animal level enough. Now all we got to do is lock their ass up and let them kill each other. That's it. Get them out the way. Period. So now you see everything getting shut down. Now it's also part of why they keep telling us how everything is coming to a change. So there you have it, y'all. Take it how you want to take it. Everybody got their own opinion. You know what I'm saying? I just spoke my opinion that what my number one answer to all of this and what Kevin Gates said and the reality that we dealing with. Until we get over that so-called black on black hate or that people that's melanated hating on other, black hating on brown, brown hating on black, hating on yellow, until we get rid of all of that shit, we ain't never gonna be shit anyway. If you can't give your people a pass, then guess what? That's on you. Because remember, they give each other a pass all the time. The so-called people that don't like you, they beef all the time, but they beef in private. They beef with understanding. They let shit go, or they agree to disagree. Say, you know what? I don't fuck with that guy. We're not cool. Don't bring them around. They don't fuck with each other, but they don't kill each other because they don't agree on shit. And when it's time to come against you, the motherfuckers gonna come together. That's the difference. See that? You talk about the red side, the blue side, all you want to. You talk about Republican, Democrat, but when you get out of fucking pocket, I bet you they all come together. That's what you don't understand. See? But you can't come together because your brain is fucked up. And all you were trained to kill what look like you. Other people was trained to kill what don't look like them. You was trained to kill what look like you. You was trained to abuse what look like you. You was trained not to have no compassion for people that look like you. You've been fucking trained. And that's why you're called an animal around the world. This is why around the world they brag about how you don't have no fucking culture. You don't have nothing. You don't have no language. You don't have no culture. You don't have shit. Anything you do come up with, they take it from you. But do they take it from you or do you give it to them? That's the question. Did they take hip-hop from us or we gave it to them? I could have sworn they said hip-hop started out in the park. It was about dancing and having fun. Where that shit at now? All right, then. I'm done. And once again, don't forget, for our people that are smart, you know why he got this in his hair. You know what that means. Also, strategically, he got it in his hair, and he's also standing in a certain area. So I just want y'all to see the message he's sending. Don't forget that part. And people that smart know what I'm talking about. All right. So with that, I'm about to get out of here. Episode 242. I'm going to run through the chat, see what's cooking up in here. Natasha Jordan, Pissy Hallways. I come from NYC housing. Feds watching. I come from NYC housing. That's a fact. It's called survival. It's called get it how you live. But guess what? Just because we from there don't mean we got to die there. That's what all this shit is about. You know what I'm saying? Evolving and keeping it pushing, living life. That's it. One thing about America, you ain't gotta do shit you don't want to do for real. You don't. It's just are you willing to deal with the consequences? But you see, when you just said, Latasha Jordan, growing up in pissy hallways and things of that nature, that ain't nothing but the struggle. That's called sacrificing. Because that's a sacrifice you got to make right now to get to another level. Now, if you don't get to the next level and you die there, then you sacrifice yourself. You did. So, but if that's what you got to do to get to the next level, that's what you got to do. Because we got to survive. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So I don't care what level I go to. I'm never gonna look down on the hood. I just understand that it's bigger than the hood. And once people realize that, man, you'll really love life. Because they made it where the hood is really our cage. You see what I'm saying? This is why when people leave the cage and go to Miami, they don't know how to act. Same as that way, when you let a dog out the cage, they don't know how to act. Any animal you keep in the cage, when you let it, don't know how to act. So they made our neighborhoods become our cage. Yeah, you can go on this block, that side of the hood. You can go around that side of the hood, but you're still in one big cage. That's how they made it to be. And then they got the people to keep you in a cage called councilman, the borough president, these politicians, the church man. They're the ones to watch you in the cage. Make sure you stay in that goddamn cage. You dig? It's all a fucking game, man. So my point is this: the fight has to be won a different way. The fight could be won, but you gotta fight a different way. That gun ain't gonna get you shit. They make all the guns. Told you, they got a bomb to drop on your hood. Wipe your shit out real quick. You dig? Wipe your shit out quick. They don't gotta drop a bomb. They can let off they can pull that machine up in front of your hood and let loose that frequency, pop your fucking eardrum, make your eardrums bleed, make you throw up, drop to your knees, all that shit. Man, they got so much technology. They got technology to microwave your ass. And niggas talking about a war buying guns. Man, that shit don't mean nothing. You follow that Black Gun Matter shit if you want to. I told you. It's a war, but you gotta win. You gotta win a whole nother way. And you can win too. But if you keep being stupid, you ain't gonna win shit. Telling y'all, man. I showed you that with the whole China America thing, man. There's some other shit going on. It always been a war, but it's been a different war. You heard about Russia and the Cold War. That was a war fought without weapons. Damn. Telling y'all this shit. You want to win a war? Start boycotting shit. Start being disciplined. Stop, you know what I'm saying? Stop fueling the people that don't like you, allegedly. Anyway, I'm about to get out of here. I'm just checking all y'all opinions. That's right. Never look down on the hood. I'm never gonna look down on the hood. Never. I'm never gonna change, man. I'm never gonna change, period. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how rich I get. I told you, I'm gonna look at $1 million like $10, man. I don't care, man. Money is for survival and doing what you gotta do and living life. But money don't make you. Why you think people got a lot of money and be miserable as fuck? They think about you. You gotta think about that. Because remember, we just went through the parts of the brain. So that's why I say things like, just think about a person that got it all and they check their account right now, their account loaded. They sit in their house on a lavish couch, looking all around their house, beautiful house, kids living the best life, and still be miserable. And still be a slave. Why? Because they don't control their brain. You see that? I ain't post that up. Y'all seen the other day with Marshawn Lynch, the football player from the Seahawks, how he was driving that Shelby 500. That was like a $500,000 car. He driving drunk in Vegas on the curve. Fucked this car up. He was so fucked up. Y'all saw the picture, his eyes closed. They had to drag him out the car. He's rich. So we think with common sense, what the fuck is he doing that he rich? Because they be going through shit in their brain. These people that are rich, guess what? They don't got common sense. That's what make them sick in the head. They are sick. That's why they got to do what they do. Get drunk out their brain, high as hell. They fucked up. And then some of them realize what they did. And they can't come back. That shit fuck with them even more. So that's why I said you can't always get caught up in that game of hating all the celebrities, because that shit fucks up everything sometimes too, because we're still feeding into the game. They trick us to hate them and them to hate us, and therefore we still don't come together. And we don't get shit done. With some of them, they do got compassion. It's just that they've been betrayed. They say, fuck that shit. I'm tired of that shit. I tried to help my people. All they did was shit on me. All they did was kick me when I was down. And y'all know this the truth. A good story ain't a good story unless it's slandering a motherfucker. Everybody loves some good tea. You did? The more fucked up it is, the better it is. Y'all know that. Just look at what's going on right now. You see it. Just done. Come on, man. That's all I'm saying, man. That it's not like that shit always went on. I told you that whole shit spilling tea and that shit go back to slavery too. I told you it goes back to when the people that worked in the house with massa, when they had time to chop it up with some of the slaves, sometimes they would sit down and drink tea, and the field slaves would let the house slave know what's going on in the field. You know, this is what we doing. You know, so-and-so and them, let them know what's going on in the field, because, you know, they didn't go in the field. And the people from the field didn't go in the house. So in order for the field niggas to know what's going on in the house nigga would tell the field nigga, and they would sit down and drink tea. But they'll be gossiping the whole time. And this how they knew what was going on both sides of the fence. They knew what was going on in the field. They knew what was going on in the house. That's where gossiping originally come from with black people, spilling tea and all of that. It's history. A lot of this shit is history, ancient shit, y'all. Because we always communicated through what? Word of mouth. The only difference is we communicate about dumb shit, and all the real shit we don't communicate about, and all of our heritage, we forgot that communication. You get it? So we forgot how to communicate through our mouth. This is when we lost our culture. And that's why we fight up. We could fight. That's a whole, y'all know that's a whole nother fight on who we really are. We could fight. Y'all know we could fight about that a whole week straight on who we really are. And you'll have a person that look just like you. They're going to tell you 10 different things of who they are. You see that? That's all I'm showing you. We already broken. But the pieces can be put back together when people get off that ignorant ego shit and stop hating. But it was people that came within the past, really after the 2000s. I'm going to be real. People like 50 Cent. It was certain people that, put it like this. It came a time with all that beef shit got promoted. Remember, beef wasn't like that. It was, you had diss records. But my point is, once beefing became profitable and people were able to become stars off of beef, people were able to get paid off of beef. That's really what made beefing popular and people hating on each other popular. Because niggas learned that I can hate on this motherfucker and get paid. Now you see, it's a lifestyle now. We always say what? Haters. It's a lifestyle. And a lifestyle is what? A culture, which means it's a way of life. So that's why it's been embedded in hip-hop culture. And that's why they keep telling you niggas that hip-hop is your culture. That's why you do everything hip-hop do. Hip-hop was beefing, now you beef. You get it? That shit a program, man. I ain't gonna keep going into that program shit. Either you know the program or you don't, all right? If you want to be a fucking android your whole life, you be an android. But most of us, we unplugged from the shit. So let's go, y'all. I'm about to get out of here. Salute. That's right, Clement. Let's talk about that too. They made it like it was honor to get shot. They made it like it was honor to go to fucking jail. Now let's not think, is that not the dumbest shit in the world? Is that not the most ignorant shit in the world? Let's think about it. Damn near about to get slaughtered is cool. I almost got slaughtered, but I made it. That's cool. I just did a whole bit. I just did 25 years, 15 years. That's cool. See that? But they trained us with that shit. So I don't knock nobody that, you know what I'm saying? That's what they put on us. How they do it, man, they fucking finesse the brain. I told you, man. How they had niggas thinking it's cool to get shot. Music. Movies. How they make niggas think it was cool to go to jail. Movies. Music. Come on, man. Let's stop the bullshit. The thing is, how long is it going to keep going on? Now that you know, now that we know how long we're going to keep doing it, we're going to keep doing the same shit. I told you, that's why they say we insane. We just keep doing the same shit. Like a fucking hamster on a Ferris wheel. Go to the pet shop, watch a hamster on a Ferris wheel. That represents black people. They just keep doing the same shit in a different circle. And that's why we keep losing, period, all right? So until we put more love into the shit, we can still, it's going to be beef and disagreements. But as long as we understand that we ain't got to slaughter each other and we ain't always got to slay each other to the last drop of slay, it's okay. It's okay to punch somebody in the mouth. Meaning, it's okay to fight back. It's okay to straighten shit, correct shit. But all that trying to kill each other, that shit played out, man. So until killing niggas become a lame ass trend, then niggas will stop. Now you understand why the rappers, they're not gonna say it. If the top rappers start saying, let's stop some of this shit, and they start showing you it's cool to get married, it's cool to graduate from school, it's cool to get a degree, it's cool to do this, that, and a third. Niggas will start respecting that. Niggas will start following. Because they, like I said before, they don't want a young brother to know that he can go to school to be an X-ray technician real quick and still make a nice amount of thousands and live like a rapper and still do his tracks on the low and still be in the booth spitting bars, heat. But meanwhile, in the day, he could be an X-ray technician. Or he could chill in the day, be in the studio, and at night, he could work at the hospital, be an X-ray technician, still getting paid, funding his career. See that? They ain't going to tell you that. That's why I throw it out there. You can be a young brother right now. You can go to school for the cut hair. It's so much shit you could do, but they're not going to promote it. And you can still rap. And shorty, you can still be a model, but you can work in a bank. You can work doing customer service. And you can have a whole life of trying to pursue your modeling career nobody know about. You can be a CNA. And still get to your bag and still work on your business on the side. So I don't know what you're going to do. But my point is, they're never going to promote that shit. Then you understand that Megan Thee Stallion got a degree for real. That chick, Sweetie, she got a degree for real. See? K. Michelle and them, they got degrees. They paid to act stupid. They're not dumb for real. They paid to do that. To trick you. But they ain't going to promote you to go do that shit. Because guess what? When you get older, you get to a certain age, and you don't got certain credentials. That's when you see them older people that be out here doing bad. Because they was playing around with their younger years. I'm just being real with y'all. Or you going to have to work till the day you fucking die. You going to work. You might not work now, but before you die, your ass going to work. I promise you that. Because how you going to take care of yourself and feed yourself when you in your 50s and 40s and shit like that? When you're in your 60s and the young generation will turn their back on you. How you going to take care of yourself if you ain't never worked? So if you don't work now, you will work in your later days. I promise you that. That's how that shit go, y'all. That's how they keep us fucked up. That's how we still got to work. At old ages, they retire and live a beautiful life and be on a golf course while you in your 60s still working. They be in the 60s on an island somewhere playing golf. Him and his wife on a boat. See? It's by choice. But I'm done with that, y'all. I'm done. Today's episode, it is what it is, y'all. I had to put something together, but I had to touch on something real. Other than that, y'all already know ain't too much going on. This whole week was kind of dry. It was dry. But we still got through the week. That's all that matters. So if you didn't catch it, you catch it from the beginning. And I'm going to put this image of the real Kevin Gates with his family on here before I get out of here. That's right. A lot of males became CNAs, bro. That's a fact. A lot of males get into CNA and PCA work because a check is a new hustle, period. And guess what? That's what I always keep stressing to my people. Just because you work don't mean everything stopped with no job. You can work part-time. You can work 4 hours a day. Don't matter. It don't stop with no job. But even if you got bigger things you want to do, at least you can finance yourself and tie little things together you need to do. That's it. All that pride shit, throw that shit out the window. That pride gonna have your ass broke. That pride gonna have your ass dead, fucked up, struggling, because you got pride. Like, I'm gonna be real. I peeped this the other day. Like, this real shit. Even y'all know this. Like, you know how we was always looking down on fast food and McDonald's and all that shit? To be real, That shit ain't even the same no more. Meaning they run on technology. I went to get a smoothie the other day, and I went into McDonald's. It was all white people working that shit. You think the white people feel like they too good to work at McDonald's? It was all white people working that shit, to the manager, because now that shit digital. Now you ain't got to do all that extra shit. It's changed. So when they go to work, it's kind of more smoother. But my point is this. When I see white people working at McDonald's, I know the world has changed. Shit is different now. But it's not about that. I'm just trying to tell you, when you really just think in your brain, you always going to see that pride will have you fucked up more than anything, that fucking pride. And just because you do something don't mean you got to do it forever. I'm talking about survival. That's what I'm talking about. That's it. I'm done. What up, Cozy? That's right. The bro said he worked part-time, make a stack a week, and still have time for other things. That's right. Because even if you want to start your own business, you got to start from somewhere. Ain't nobody going to give you the money to start that shit. You got to start it up on your own. And that little bullshit job, guess what? A bullshit part-time job could still get you a certain bank account, meaning even if you want to start your own business, you got to have access to a bank account. You can have a bullshit job and still get a car off the lot. You can have a bullshit job and still get a crib in your name. So a bullshit job do a lot. If you a hustler, you know how to build. Ain't nobody saying go work and be no slave. I'm saying you can work and finesse the job to do what you needed to do. You dig? That's like right now. Say, I'm just being, y'all know I keep it. That's like right now. If I want to sell merch, if I want to sell anything, what I'm gonna wait for donations to get my shit off the ground? If I want to start doing documentaries, I need to go buy a camera and shit. I'm gonna fucking wait and beg for y'all to donate so I can get the shit. No. If I gotta fucking work to get what I need, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm a hustler. So that's what I promote, hustling. Because anything you do, you got to do it on your own. And if you wait for somebody to do it, you a damn fool. That's why I say a lot of people just wasting time, waiting around. What you waiting for? Why wait what you gonna already have? It's called go get it by any means without having to kill nobody or hurt nobody. And guess what? When you put the work in, you'll feel a little bit good about yourself. You feel a little better. That's just real shit. It is what it is. Hold up. What's up, Annette? I see what y'all talking about, but I don't know. So I don't be paying attention to that shit. I don't know if somebody was talking crazy or what. Anyway, y'all stay cool. Don't get frustrated. People gonna stay ignorant. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna be real. Nah, CNA pay decent bread. CNA is a good startup. Like I got my peoples, they got their CNA when they was 18. So when you get it at that young, you start making decent money early. You got to start from somewhere. And nobody said you're a CNA, you got to stay there. You go to CNA, you go to be an RN, you go to be whatever. You can work up that way in that medical field. You making 6 figures easy. You can take that experience and go into what? Just dealing with the books. Just dealing with the paperwork. Man, there's so many things to do, man. That's what I'm trying to say, man. You ain't got to be limited to nothing, but you got to start from somewhere. But when we say stuff like CNA, that's an easy trade to get paid real quick. It don't take long. A couple months, you in there. So, like I said, we got to start from somewhere. But I'm gonna tell y'all, you know what the hardest fight for people are? If for real, the hardest fight is really motherfuckers cleaning up their system, y'all. I'm gonna be real. A lot of people don't want to go 30 days to clean their system out. Let's keep it 1,000. I would say it's dirty urines stopping more people from getting a job than anything else. Not education, not no resume. It's dirty urine, y'all. I'm gonna keep it $1,000. You dig? And laziness. A lot of people don't want to get up. They don't want to do shit. So what's worse, being lazy or being a CNA? Think about it. That's what I'm saying. Everything ain't an argument. That person that looked down on CNA, they might make good money. But at the same time, you can't talk like that because everybody got to start from somewhere. And we know PCA is under CNA. But shit, you got to get paid. Because like I said, when that check coming in every week, you ain't going to feel too bad. You'll feel all right. You know what I'm saying? You'll be all right. I bet you, when somebody try to play you and you got your own check, you be like, whatever, kiss my ass. That's all that shit is about. Independence. Ain't nobody talking about slaving for nobody. All right. But other than that, that's right. Stupid is and stupid does. Hard work pays off. That's right, Godfather. I'm about to get out of here, man. I've been holding y'all hostage for a minute. That's it, y'all. We chopped it up. We talked the talk. I'm about to get out of here. Episode 242. What's up, all artists mental? That's right, y'all, man. You better get with the shit. Because like I say, look, don't listen to nothing I say. You ain't got to believe or agree with nothing. All you got to understand is they already know how your brain works. And for every part of your brain, they already got a plan for that shit. That's all you got to know. That's all you got to know. See, voluntary motor activity. They know a lot of motherfuckers don't want to get up and work and do shit. Because they got that part of your brain already captured. And they got you stuck. And you don't know how to move or do shit. You're stuck because they got that part of your brain. That's why you can't deal with problem solving. You got emotional issues. You dig? You don't got reasoning. What's reasoning? Damn, if I work, I get paid. If I get paid, I can take care of some things. See, that part of your brain don't work. They already know that. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. They already got this shit mastered. These are the people who got your brain like this with mastered. These are the people that run social services. The key word to social service is social. They know your social behavior. They know your social way of thinking. They know everything about you socially because you be on social media. They know everything about you. And that's why they got all these different programs to manipulate each part of your brain. All right? So you can fight, you can argue, you can say you hate this, you hate that. It fucking don't matter. You know why? Because you still caught up in the matrix. So until you break these curses, ain't nothing you can talk about. Really, you already losing. So it's cool to argue in the chat, argue with your people all day. But guess what? The people that control your life, they ain't arguing with you. This shit real, but it's funny, but it's real at the same time. I'm laughing, but the shit ain't really funny. You dig? And that's that, y'all. I'm out. I'm gonna holler at y'all. I'm gonna see here one more time. Y'all know I keep saying that, but somebody keeps saying something. Yeah, y'all. What's up, Millie? Yeah, I mean, you got to remember that some days you're going to have negative energy. But I'm going to tell you this one thing. I meant to say that earlier. Look. I know I'm doing something right. When I see the same person trolling Hassan Campbell trolling me, I'm doing something right. Shit. Oh, shit, man. These chats, boy. I need to put that memo. I got, like I said, you see when you see a troll. Look, I done showed y'all this shit already, man. Let me show you the brain of a troll. Let me show you the troll brain. You see that? Hold on, let me move this shit. Let me show you how this shit, man. That's why I don't get mad. You see that regular brain? You see the troll? This is a brain of a troll right here. You see that? The troll, their brain is already fucking mush. It's destroyed already. You see that? You see that behavior? That part of the brain that deals with behavior, the temporal lobe, their behavior is off track. That's why anytime you wake up in the morning, you got a fake fucking page. You go from page to page, typing shit. It takes a brain to type shit. Once you doing shit like that, you're already fucking stupid. That's why I don't get mad at no trolls. Because I understand their brain. Their brain is fucking mush. And I told you, these are the ones that jack off all day. They can't stay off the computer. Either they typing, scrolling, or jacking off. That's what trolls do. You dig? That's what they do. But their brain is already mush. I told y'all that, man. So that's why I say sometimes y'all let the dumb be dumb. Let them be stupid. And what else to say? They sleep. That's it. And those are the people that want to take off the earth. I'm telling you. They want to kill all the trolls. They want to kill all the trolls. They said this room has no more uses for people that sit in the house and don't do shit all day but fuck with people. They ready to kill all them people, man. I told you that shit. So that's why I say they want to decrease the population, but I don't feel sorry for everybody want to get rid of. I understand this shit. You did? Salute the wax dog. Salute the wax. Wax know what I'm talking about, man. Certain motherfuckers, they want to get out of here. Salute Jug Rich. You know what I'm saying? Salute to all my people, man. Enjoy y'all weekend, man. Have some fun, man. Do what y'all do, man. You know what I'm saying? I told you earlier, it's okay to floss on the hater now. It's okay to let the haters know you still bopping out here. It's okay. It's okay to shine. It's all right. Especially when you know what time it is. It's okay. All right, y'all. I'm about to go. Hold up. Y'all stay blessed up. Salute, Jeanette. Like I said, man, I'll be hollering at y'all. We gonna chop it up. Add me on all platforms. But I'm telling y'all, man, they're gonna kill all the trolls. A lot of y'all that's trolling now, y'all might be dead. Like about 2 years. I give y'all about 2 years left. About 2 years from now, if you make it through the food crisis. Because I know most niggas be trolling. Them niggas ain't got no food in their house and they broke. I'm telling y'all this shit. Salute, Zengar. I'm about to get out of here, man. Y'all enjoy y'all day, man. Fun on Fame episode live 242. I'm out. 1. What's up, y'all? I was laughing at this right here, though. You see what I was saying, right? Salute, Nikki. I just saw this job interview 24 people, but 22 failed the drug test. I told y'all, man. It ain't that niggas can't get a job. Niggas don't want to stop getting high, man. I'm telling y'all this shit, man. They even hire you with a fucked up back. You can have a fucked up background and still get a job now. Most people, they don't want to stop getting high, man. I'm telling you. Put the weed down for 30 days and you'll be paid. As soon as you get hired, you start smoking weed again. That's it. See, 22 people failed the drug test out of 24. I'm out, y'all. I'm out.